Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, good everything, good evening, good afternoon, konnichiwa. Welcome to a new show of the Daily Mind Podcast. Back again for another hour with you guys. Starting off a whole new week, entering week 2 of September. Yeah, the month is going by not too bad. It's doing okay. Starting off on a good start. I mean, it's September 9th. It is Tuesday morning where I'm at. We got 2 more days coming up to 9/11, aka Patriots Day. Yeah, they actually have a name for it. I don't know if it's like an official federal holiday, nonetheless. But welcome to the show, and I got my host today, co-host Drip Too Hard, aka Jasmine, joined in the live currently right now on TikTok. She's one of my new hosts and contributors to the show, which have been doing pretty good these past couple of weeks, especially when she's on the show. She brings an energy. She brings guests. She makes connections. That's all. That's really what it's about, is making connections with other creators and just spreading the love and spreading the content. You know what I mean? We've been doing this for a little bit. This podcast coming up on 3 years next month. I'm actually looking pretty forward to that. And I got June the Goon joining me once again. He's been showing up on my show as well. One of my new guests on the show, man. I appreciate it. Welcome, man. Good evening to you. Again, I just woke up not too long ago, just dropped the missus off at work, and then I got to run back out again. So I'm doing a little bit of ripping and running today, which, you know, I like to do. I like to be busy in the morning. I like doing this time slot for the show because it's prime time for you guys, and I wake up with an energy this morning. But to be honest with you, I'm running on coffee because when I woke up this morning, especially with the weather being all dreary, I was a little bit tired. But a little bit of coffee will do that. You know what I mean? And absolutely, responsibilities. But other than that, I slept pretty good. I fell asleep watching Everybody Hates Chris, man. That's like one of my somewhat favorite shows. And I got my other co-host and executive producer joining the show as well, Rio8585. What is going on, man? Don't you got that test going on?
I passed.
Oh, shit. Well, shit. Big ups, man. Well, shit. I knew you would. So you worry too much.
I got a 792 out of 900.
Damn.
You needed a 750.
Oh, you cut it close, but look, passing is passing. Shit, it doesn't matter. Passing is passing regardless of how you slice it. You know what I mean? So, shit, you pass, you pass. Yeah, it's all good. So now what? Do you get like a certification or something for it?
Yeah, I'm Security Plus certified, so a lot of jobs want that, or you need that to work.
Ready, 1, 2, 3. Congratulations!
Yeah, that's big, man. Now you can fuck around with the security cameras and shit, and I can steal out a Target now, right?
Well, I can monitor you on the dark web. I'll monitor you on the dark web.
I don't be on the dark web, but I bet if I walked in the Target, you'll only focus the camera on me, right?
Not yet. Not because I know you. Not because I know you.
Oh, that's fucked up. Well, man, shit. That's a big congratulations for sure, man. Absolutely. You need to go out to dinner and do some shit, man. That's big. That's big.
Get some head.
I mean, that too. That's, you know, you just got to get, you know, the missus on board with that. But anyway, that's big stuff. That's good, man. Yeah, I'm just chilling today. I was on a 4-day. I had 2 4 days back to back.
A Monday, Tuesday, 4 days crazy.
That's the way they do shit here. I don't know why. That shit is weird to me.
I haven't had that since like Thanksgiving or something weird. Something weird.
I prefer the Friday, Saturday, Monday, you know, that kind of 4-day. But the way they've been doing the 4 days, they do it here. It's like, yeah.
I mean, that's not bad because you go back fucking Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you're done.
Yeah, but you know how it works with short weeks, man. Because of the short-ass week, they cram so much work into one little-ass space, man. I hate that. But that's always the flip side of having that weird type of 4 days. So, I mean, it's whatever at this point. But, yeah, man. We're going to get the show started. I got nothing really to talk about. Like I said, I got to go out a little bit later. So, it's Monday where you guys are. And since I follow your calendar and time, you already know what time it is. It's, you know, is there such thing as a stupid question? My Monday segment, it's one of my favorite segments where I just go and I read some questions and answers from Quora. Have you ever been on Quora, Rio?
No.
It's not weird, but it's a site where people can ask each other questions and answers of all types. They have different rooms of topics and subjects and shit like that. But some of the questions I read, man, are just out of control. I already got them lined up, ready to go. So it's one of my favorite segments. I've been doing it since the beginning of this podcast, realistically. And some of these questions are a bit wild. Drip, I think you said you've been on have you been on Quora before? You said you've been on it before, right? Okay, she's muted, but she's on the chat. I know you mentioned it before, something about Quora. So,
Yeah,
oh,
I'm
you said
muted
not
because
yet.
of the fact that football is about to start, and I'm watching Twisted Metal the series.
No, you got it. You got it. Hey, whenever you want to just join on, like as far as the mic, hey, on and off, I already know it. Shit can be really loud when you watching football because yesterday you're like, ah! And I was like, oh, shit.
Listen, the teams. And did you know that they won? That the freaking Buffalo Bills won, and it killed me because Baltimore Ravens. It was right there. I'm like, yeah, they won. They're winning. I told you that they won, and what happened at the last 40 seconds?
And they're winning by.
Is it the Baltimore Ravens or the Baltimore?
It was the
depending on
Baltimore
where you from.
Ravens against the
Baltimore.
Buffalo Bills.
Hey, listen, if you're in Baltimore, because I've heard this shit myself, I heard him say Baltimore, and I'm like, Baltimore? That sounds like some shit from like Lord of the Rings, man. It's Baltimore. But you know they have an accent out there too. Their accent is it's like Louisville, Kentucky, right? It's Louisville, but they pronounce it Louisville.
Oh, hey Eddie,
and I'm like,
I'm about to be in Louisville.
Yeah, they say
this
Louisville.
weekend.
They forget about the IS.
They do. Oh, you
Hey,
going to
Eddie.
Louisville this weekend? Yo.
Yeah, for one of the tournaments. Remember when we went?
Oh yeah, and they had the Louisville Slugger Museum.
That shit was kind of
nice.
hood though. Remember?
Well.
No, because we
Yeah,
remember we
no.
ate at the White Castle. That shit was hood, bro.
Oh yeah, that shit was sketchy though, but it was worth it. The chicken rings were absolutely worth a shell or two, landing near you somewhere. Them chicken rings, man. I will. The craziest of the neighborhoods. If there's a White Castle there, I'm going to the White Castle.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
go there
sorry.
for you.
That's-
I'll send you some pictures.
Yeah, you got to, man, because who is it? Who hasn't been to White Castle out of your kids? It was because when we went, it was Sophie,
Yeah, I was
but now it's all of them. It's the whole clan, so they all got to have chicken rings now. You got to give
that
it.
shit's
To them.
good.
Them chicken rings are slamming, and they sell them at the supermarket too. You get a bag of them and put them shits in the air fryer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they taste just almost the same, but White Castle do their shit.
You want me to
just
send
the
you
way
a
they-
crave case?
By the time I get that shit gonna be a Crave Crunch. That shit gonna be disgusting, dude. Don't send me no Crave case in the mail. First of all, they gonna look at you like, yo, you can't send all these fucking burgers in the mail, man. Come on. It might still be fresh, but with all those onions, I don't think so. Nah. Anyway, so let's get started. We got some questions pulled up on Quora. The way this show works for those who are new to this show, we just go over some random questions and answers. We try to make sense of it. And, you guys can ask questions, too, on this show or even jump in on some of these questions because some of this shit is crazy. Like this first question. First question I got lined up. What is the rudest thing that a new neighbor has done to you immediately after you've moved in? Honestly, I never had a neighbor do some weird shit when I moved into a neighborhood. What about you, Rio? You ever had a new neighbor, like you just moved into a place, and did you ever have a neighbor do anything weird or say
Not
anything
really.
weird to you?
Mm-mm.
No, I don't think so either, man. It depends on where you go. And then, Drip, you said being nosy. I mean, I think anyone who moves in, like the neighbors that are there, they're going to take a peek through their blinds. And you know who's the nosiest neighbors because you see their blinds be all fucked up. That's how you know who's the nosiest neighbors are the ones with the most fucked up blinds. Either that or they got a cat that like jumping up because, cats, they like to jump up on the blinds and shit too. But nah, that's just a nosy neighbor. Every little noise or trash can that fall over or somebody driving down the block, they're just like, that'd be me too, but not to the point to where like my blinds is fucked up. Mahal, you said having their dog poop on your lawn. Yeah, that shit blows my mind, man. I'm like, how hard is it to bring a bag with you and just pick up your dog's shit? Like, even where I'm at in this complex, there's people who have a lot of pets here, and then you randomly just see dog shit in front of the building. I'm like, it's your dog. Pick that shit up. Nobody should have to step on that. No one should step. I mean, not that I've stepped on shit, but I'm just saying, it can happen. Drip, you said, knocking on my door, talking about, oh, I'm here for you. Nah, they just want to know who you are because I've never had a neighbor bring me a pie or strip in front of me or whatever. I never had a neighbor do that. They just want to know what you look like and who you are. What's up?
You wish your neighbor would.
Can you imagine if your neighbor gave you an upside down pineapple keychain? What would you do, Rio, if your
I
new
mean,
neighbor?
when you showed me your place over there, you have an upside down pineapple on the
I
front
do
door.
not have an upside down pineapple. You know you lying. Absolutely not. I don't do that. Remember I told you the time where I was driving on Campbell and there was a pickup truck that was in front of me
Oh
and they
yeah.
had they had a decal on their truck of an upside down pineapple. They were just advertising that shit. I was like, okay, this man is putting it out there.
You
Like
followed
if
him
you're in a
home.
suit, huh?
You followed him home.
No, fuck, I did not. I didn't follow him home. Why would I follow him home? Yo, y'all wildin'. Drip, you said, I think I was squatting instead of renting the crib because my house was empty for 4 years. Oh, yeah, you told me that story. That shit was wild. And the fact they even, like, called the police, that to me is crazy. That means that neighbor had been having eyes on that place for the longest of time. And they were waiting for somebody to walk up in there and be like, yeah, I'm going to call the police on you. And then they fucking did it. That shit blows my mind. But there is a story behind it. Somebody did answer the question. It's not a long answer. I try to read answers from what other people posted, but I try not to read really long answers. So somebody, again, going back to the question, what is the rudest thing that a new neighbor has done to you immediately after you moved in? Well, somebody by the name of Mike. Mike says, I'm not answering that. Damn phone. Mike says, I moved into our new house about 1 week before this happened. So they had a fence installed around our backyard to have a place for our dogs to play and run around. So one day we let the dogs out to run for the first time in the backyard. I was mowing, so the neighbor behind us came running up to the fence, waving her arms frantically. I stopped the mower thinking something was wrong, but the neighbor proceeded to tell me that I had to get rid of my dogs. When I asked why, she stated, I don't like dogs. So I said, okay, why is that my problem? And when I refused, she said that she was going to call the police on me. And at that point, I wasn't sure if I should laugh or just feel sorry for her. So no, I did not get rid of my dogs. As a matter of fact, her grandkids love to play with the dogs through the fence, and it really pissed her off, I'm sure. That's crazy to me. Okay, you don't like dogs, but they're not in your yard. So why the fuck does it matter? You understand what I'm saying? I guarantee no matter what neighborhood you move to, you're always going to have someone with a dog, a cat, a lizard, Jeffrey the giraffe from Toys R Us. You're always going to have somebody with some weird, crazy ass animal, domesticated or not, legal or illegal. So come on, man. That shit is blowing my mind. And Drip, you said just for them barking because she wanted to stare at them through the fence. And that's the crazy part because I think they low key like the dogs or
Yeah,
they want the dogs for themselves.
if you look up, I was saying not only did she call the cops on me twice over the dogs, she used to stare at them through the fence while she took out her garbage, which is making mad noise automatically. And what a dog is supposed to do, but let you know, by the way, woof woof, there's somebody outside. So my dogs will bark. And I got a little bulldog, so he sounds like aggressive but he's like a 14-pound meatball. But the point is, she called the cops on me twice, and it was just because she was standing there antagonizing them. And it cost me $800. So don't mess with them when they call the cops on you with the dogs. If you better have all your papers in line.
Shit, I would have taken her to people's court because that was just a
They did
frivolous
take me to court. The city
complaint.
picked it up. The city picked it up, and they took me to court, and I lost, and I had to pay $800 for it now.
That's wrong. That you should not have to do that. It wasn't like it was violating any sort of noise
Nope.
ordinance. You know what I
But
mean?
they can jump over the fence, so she considered it a terror threat.
But did they ever jump over the fence? No. She would have jumped
I
over the
mean,
fence
they
to go
jumped over
talk to
my
you.
fences to get out to the front yard, and her yard doesn't have fencing, so technically speaking, she wasn't wrong. But my pets aren't aggressive. She just didn't like them, and she was mad that I wasn't giving her attention. It got to the point that she was I'm sitting there, sitting outside, just breathing, and she's looking
Yeah,
at me,
right.
trying to say hi and stuff, and I'm looking at her like, and I just keep moving, and she's like, "You can't even say hi to me." The cops instructed me not to talk to you, lady. Why are you even in my face? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I think she just needed a friend.
I
I
know,
think she
but
just needed a friend.
like first of all, the 40-year gap is it's not a problem with me, but not if you're gonna be, bro. Like literally the second day I moved in, she knocked on my door and she's like, "Oh, I'm the type of neighbor to collect your packages for you and bring them to you if anything. Well, I'll look out for you and your kids." I'm like, "All right, cool." I call my mother. I'm like, "This nosy ass bitch next door came to me with ah." So yeah, my mom agreed with me too because that's crazy. Don't be all over my bill. I don't need you to collect my mail. That's what I got a mail out for.
I think she sounds like the type of lady that can only afford cat food and has no friends and still have a black and white TV.
It was unfortunate. I don't know if I remember telling you about this. She's the neighbor that her son unalived himself a couple of months before then because she's just a bitch.
Well, you know what? Don't take it out on the fucking world. I mean, we
I
all
know,
got
right? Misery does
problems.
not love company. But anyways, that's the weirdest thing my neighbor ever did to me was call the cops on me over some puppies. And you see my dog. He's a small little bulldog. He ain't harmed nobody but another little animal.
Oh, but you know what, too? People, when it comes to like bully breeds, whether it be an English bulldog, French bulldog, Staffy, American bully, or pit, people automatically assume they bite because they have such a look to them that
Anything
to
with
some
teeth
people is
bites.
threatening.
Anything
I,
with teeth bites. What's wrong with her? Like a fucking cat
I,
bites. I don't know what you're talking about.
but see, people have this thought about like bigger dogs. Oh, they bite. They're more vicious. It's the little ankle biters, like the fucking Yorkies, the Chihuahuas, and other little dogs that are more vicious. Now, you ever see a Chihuahua growl? I'm more afraid of that shit growling than a pit bull. I'm telling you, little fucking ankle biters, exactly. Sitting in. I got chased by a poodle one time. That shit chased me a quarter up the block. Yeah. I never got chased by a pit,
What
but I
color
got
was the
chased by a
poodle?
fucking
What
poodle.
color was
It
this
was
poodle? Did it have a poofy tail? Because that's
um
hilarious.
it was sort of kind of a hairy little poodle. It was white. I remember this vividly, and this shit chased me. I don't know where it came from. It came from like out of a fence or
He
something, but that
he
shit
said
chased me.
emotional damage.
That shit had
Emotional
me
damage.
fucked up. But
Indeed,
it
though.
taught me a lesson, Drip. It taught me that the little dogs are the ones you need to worry about. The big dogs are just big, big fluffy bears. You know what I mean? They're
Always.
lovable,
My
very
mother always told
social.
me, "Do never put your hand over a fence to pet a dog." And my ingenious self, at the age of 11 years old, was like, "Oh, this is a cute pit bull." I stuck my hand over the fence. That shit latched onto my arm. I still have a permanent, beautiful scar from it. His tooth
You know
dug
what?
in me like 3 inches, bro. It was, and I picked it up like, "What the?" And they're like, "You put your arm down." Yeah, you just never know. And it was a friendly dog. They're like, "You never did it before." Yeah, it never does it before until it happens to me.
Oh man, yo, and speaking of that, Drip, I had a whole debate on this Instagram post, right? So this woman films her dog sitting outside of the porch, and there's a mailman, same mailman, comes by every day, doesn't give the dog any attention, right? And her caption was something like, it's okay to give my dog a little bit of attention. And I posted something saying like, yo, people are not keen to just petting random ass dogs, especially if you're a mailman. You understand that's not part of your job description. And people were trying to rip into me saying, oh, well, I would have pet him. He doesn't seem like a nice person, don't want to pet the dog. I'm not petting a random ass dog without permission. So the mailman to me is in the right. But people are like dog lovers, and these people drive me nuts. They like, well, if I seen that dog, I would have pet it. I'm sure you would have. I'm sure, but you wouldn't have pet no pit. So I don't want to hear it, but I'm not petting a random dog. And if so, I'm asking permission. I don't give a fuck how friendly this dog looks. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it. All right, moving on to the next question. Let's see what we got. Okay, this question. Why do older people tip less? And is there a way to gently encourage better tipping habits among this group? Most of these older people on Social Security, how much do you get a month for Social Security? Not a lot. And Chucho, welcome to the show. What's going on? You said cats, on the other hand. Yeah, cats are very territorial. All right. Sometimes they don't want to be fucked with. You never see a cat smile. Like you've seen dogs smile, but you never see a cat smile. So you can't really read them too well. The only way you can like really read a cat is just their body language, the purring and shit like
Hold on
that.
about that. Hold on about that real quick because I had Kane with a couple of cats as well. I like animals. So she always complained that because my cats are outdoor cats. Once you go outside, you are outside. You're not coming back to my crib. So my cat used to go and sit on her truck, when I tell you this is a rinky dinky, like, what do you call it? The kidnapper's van? Like
Oh God,
the,
no
the
windows.
Scooby-Doo old school white van, like one of them shits. And it's sitting in front of her house with flat tires. It hasn't moved since like 1872. And she mad that my
Damn.
cat is sitting, she mad that my cat is sitting on the hood of it. Like it's rustier. It looked browner than my skin. You understand what I mean? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And she continued telling me that. And then, so not for nothing, when I left the cat there and the cat gave birth in her yard. So now she got to deal with the cat and the kittens. Play with me. play
What
with
the
me.
fuck? That's crazy. You left her with a
No, she
whole.
didn't like the cats either, but they were outdoor cats. They didn't do nothing. They didn't poop in her yard. I fed them. They had even litter boxes in front of my crib, but she was just ratchet. She just didn't like the world. And I understand she was stressed, but don't take it out on everybody else. Neighbors be crazy.
Was this the same neighbor that called the cops on you for the dog?
Yes, it's the same lady. The same. I'm telling you, the same lady. She was just miserable and wanted to drag everybody with her. That's why I stood
Man,
up
listen.
all the time. Like going outside to breathe was ridiculous because she would just try to like, why are you even trying to talk to me and blow my whole thing? Like,
I would have been like, lady, please go that way. You know what's crazy is I don't even talk
in
to my
fact,
neighbors.
go that way.
Like every neighbor I've had, no, actually no. There was the last place we lived at. We had this older woman. There was two neighbors I spoke to exclusively. One guy across the street who was a veteran, and a lady that lived to my right. She was a sweet old lady. It was her and her husband. Her husband was military retired. Her name was Mrs. Jefferson. Sweet lady. In fact, when me and my wife left home, she would like look out for our house, make sure like she'll let us know who was in front of the house. She would look out for our mail. Other than that, I don't even talk to neighbors like that. Even where I live at now, I don't. I say hello and I just keep it going. And I'm not a really neighborly social person. And Rio, he used to live 2 houses from me. We were both in Tennessee. And he was like the only neighbor's house I go to. I don't go to anybody's house. When I come home from work, I'm home. Like I don't go anywhere else really. I'm a straight to the point type of guy. All right, so let's see. Next question we got here. Oh yeah, that's why you got to go back to that. Why do older people tip less? And there's a way to gently encourage them to tip better. Okay, like again, they could be broke. They're on a fixed income like Social Security. Not every elderly person has a retiring pension, so they're a little bit cheap. Come on, man. How much do you expect to get out of an old person versus a able working body younger person? You know what I mean? And again, you got to understand. I did a show on tipping. No one is obligated to give a tip. You got to understand.
Pause.
No one.
Yes, you are. I was a waitress, and we were only getting paid when I was waitressing. I'm not that old, so don't yell at me. But I think I was getting paid $2.86 per hour.
That's
And
about average. Yeah.
it was no, because now you're getting paid like 20 something an hour and still get tipped. But back in my day, it was like I was getting paid like $2.63 an hour, and they were mandating people to tip, and it got to the point that since people weren't tipping, they put it on the check. Gratuity automatically came off of your bill, and then they do suggested tips as well. So whether you do it or not, and then if you leave your credit card open, oh, you're screwed. A waiter or waitress is gonna add their own tip as well.
But check it out, Drip. Do you know waitresses and waiters still get paid that two something an hour? Well, you got to understand one thing too.
Where?
That this is
Not in New
everywhere.
York.
And diners, most diners are still paying their workers $2 to $3
Maybe
an
some
hour.
rinky-dinky diner, but TGI Fridays, a lot of places that.
Oh yeah. Corporate.
When I worked at Applebee's, that was another place. What was it? IHOP. That was where I was working for $2.65 an hour. But IHOP now went up to, I'm pretty sure it's like $22 an hour.
Now, Drip, I'm gonna Google that too in a minute, but let me ask you something. What is your stance on, because you've been on both sides of the fence. You were a waitress and a customer. Now, what is your stance on tipping? What is what constitutes as a good tip?
Quality over quantity. I served a guy a coffee one time. He tipped me $50 because I sat there and spoke to him for a while. You know what I mean? It has to do with service. It has to do with you remember the customer. You understand? Oh, this is a frequent customer that comes in. I know their allergies. I know their particulars. I know they like to sit next to the window. You know what I mean? It has to do with service. It has to do with dedication to your job and actually enjoying it. Because if you're there miserable, your customers are gonna feel it, and the food don't even come out as good. You know what I mean? Happy people that cook food create great meals.
But see, when it comes to the waitress, the quality of
As
food
a
is
waiter
not
or
really from the
waitress, it
waitress.
has to do with quality. That's what I'm saying. It's not even the food. You have to go there like, hey, welcome to such and such. You know, you're having a great day. You have to give personality. You can't just, hi, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please? No, you gotta come. Hey, welcome. It's a great day at wherever. You know what I mean? Let me not promote that place. It's a great day at Jasmine's shop. Welcome in. How you doing? You look like you're having a great day. Or can I get you? And you know what I mean? What's your favorite kind of thing? Oh, you know that you can go for this kind of cake. You like something sweet?
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta give suggestions. You have to know your menu. You have to ask, hey, are you allergic to anything, by the way? Is there any particular things you don't like? You want this to be put on the side? You have to show genuine like interest in the customer and making sure that their service, what they receive, is top tier. Sometimes it's good to lean into the customers to show that you're comfortable with them, not getting into their personal space, but like, hey,
Right.
You're part of our restaurant family, and they keep coming back. You know, and even if they don't tip you the first time, best believe, oh, I need to get back to her right there. She was my waitress last time. She did fantastic. You know what I mean? You slip them some extra cookies or a fortune. You know what I mean? Throw them some extra napkins because sometimes the napkins don't even. You know they only supply you 2-3 napkins and they're like, nah, fuck
Yeah.
that. So they gotta. You know, sometimes you throw them some extra napkins. You throw them some extra ketchup packages. You know, whatever you do to draw the client back in. The customer needs to and feel because food is homely. You know what I mean? You want to go to a place that you feel comfortable, a place that you feel welcome, a place that you can enjoy your meal and sit down and relax. Because then you get the itis and you want to be like, oh, that was a great meal. Woo, I can't wait to come back again. When it comes down to
Well,
food
see,
and
that's
restaurants and stuff.
but see that goes back to people bringing their dirty laundry to work. Like if you got some shit going on and you need a day, don't bring it to the job. You know what I mean? There's people that is going to put a fake smile on for the tips, and there are people that are just genuinely nice. And you could kind of decipher that when you go to a restaurant. You could tell who's being nice just because it's in their job description to be. And then you got people who are genuinely fucking nice. Like I remember, let me go back real quick. Chucho, you said I thought you couldn't get paid less than federal minimum wage.
Exactly.
Let's touch on that real quick. No, Drip.
Exactly.
Let's touch on that because I'm about to read it right now because you guys had me look this up on what's the average salary for someone who works as a waitress. I'll read it to you right now. It says the average base wage for a waitress before tips is significantly lower than the full wage, typically ranging from the federal minimum wage of $2.13 an hour to a state-specific minimum. So, remember how you mentioned TGI Fridays and Applebee's? They have to go by a state wage specific. But other places that are not well known are paying their waitresses $2 something an hour. I swear to God. That's why they cry for tips. Like, for example, there was a place where I used to live at called G's Pancake House, right? It's a well-known establishment, been there for years. It's just a regular diner. And I don't know, their wages had to have been probably $2-3. But they got tipped handsomely. Yeah, I hear you. I got you.
I looked up specifically the New York City wage for restaurant work.
It's got to be super high.
It is $11 per hour plus tip because they receive gratuity. It's $11. I thought it was $21. It's $11 an hour. But everyone else is federal minimum wage from 16 up to 24.
Yeah, and it depends on the establishment because, again, like a small little diner is not going to be able to afford to pay the workers $11. And then you got to go back to the cooks who don't even see some of those tips because
yes, they do. Waiters, you mandatory.
You have to split the tips, right?
Yeah, it comes out of your check if you don't, regardless. And you get tipped in your check and you get tipped in the cash. You know what I mean? Because if somebody gets a credit card, it gets put in your credit card, and then the day tips you I think 3% of your day because you're only getting paid back then $2 something an hour, and then after that you separated what comes out of the box. You separated between the other waiters, the other waitresses, the bar boys, the dish guys, and the kitchen staff. Everybody gets
crazy to me. These places
but
got
they
to
get
do better,
paid $12 an hour anyways for being in the back cooking.
True, because the cooks got to get paid more than the waitresses because they're the ones out actually
making
the food. Yeah, that's the way it should be.
They'll be like, "Oh my God, the food was great." I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna tell Chris in the kitchen that it was good because you know what? I know it was him that cooked it."
Exactly. I'm gonna get some people in. Whenever I see a name and hit an invite, I try to get some guests and whatnot in. But to me, that is crazy work, man. And you know what? I remember one time, real quick, I was at Red Lobster, me and my wife, and the waitress that we had was really nice. And you could kind of tell she was having a rough day, not kind of putting on a front. Like she genuinely, you can read. If you can read people very well, you get an idea. So this woman was going through a rough ass day, and I was like, oh man. But she was nice. Food came, hot. Drinks came, kept coming in. I tipped the $20 off the back. Like, you know how they give you the suggested tips? I don't go by that shit. I go by what I feel I should tip. But my rule is this: quality. My rule is this though: regardless of how kind of a fucked up attitude you have, I will still give you a tip. I'll give you the very basic $5 minimum. But there's never been a time where I don't give a tip. And it's all about quality. If you had a shitty attitude or you having whatever offish attitude, I'll still give you $5. But I don't go off it.
I'm a little.
I'm not gonna.
I'm sorry. No, yeah, because at the end of the day, not for nothing. Like I was a waitress, and sometimes, let's say you're having a shitty day and you give bad quality, bad service. Like if they want to tip you, nothing. But I'm gonna do this. It costs $2.95 now. Back then it was like $1.95 to get on the train and bus. I'll give you fare to get home. I'm gonna tip you at least $2. You at least gonna get, because it took me $2 to get over here. I'm gonna get you the $2 to get back home. So if I get, like, when I do orders from Uber or Instacart, I always tip $2. So it would taking me the $2 to get in the bus. That's it. Because you're not doing nothing but driving. You didn't go shopping for me, nothing.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Even $2 is fair enough, and then they can take it or leave it. I mean, you sat here, you gave an attitude, you didn't want to be there that day. I didn't tell you to come into work. I didn't tell you to come into work. So I mean, it is what it is. But as far as the elderly can only tip what they can afford. I mean, they're up early in the fucking morning. They day end super early. They want fixed incomes. I mean, what the fuck you trying to pull out these older people? Like, you trying to put like a whole band for waffles and shit? Like, yo, they can tip whatever they can tip.
A $50 coffee though. A $50 coffee.
I'm just saying. Even if they don't tip as much, Drip, they there every single day.
Well, elderly people definitely came back.
Yeah, there's people that go to IHOP or their local diner every day. They got nothing else lined up. They're retired. They just show up, have a cup of coffee every day, and just keep it moving.
They sit there to talk to us because they have nobody else to talk to.
That's why most.
Yep.
But that's why most of them go every day to go get coffee. They just want somebody to talk to. Because when you're old, for some people, it's lonely up there. And, you know, for whatever reason, people don't talk to you or your family. Or if you're old, like you're old and you got like adult kids, they're too busy to talk to you. So you got to find someone to talk to you.
Being a waitress is like being a bartender. You get to sit there and you get to know their lives. You play their therapist and end up being their little restaurant friends.
Facts. Big facts. Yeah, like bartenders are like some of the most unofficial psychiatrists out there. They heard every single problem, sober, drunk, it don't matter. They heard it all. It really don't matter. Same thing with waiter and waitress. They've heard it all.
Yeah, they say drunk words are sober thoughts, so definitely they heard it all.
That's words right there. That's words. All right, let's move on to the next question. Somebody wrote, I am 27, almost 28 years old, and I am single with no husband or kids. I have no prospects at all. I can't stop thinking about it. What do I do? Keep living. Why are you in a rush to have kids and shit? I mean, let me ask you, what is a ripe age that you think generally is a good age to have kids? Or there is no particular time? It's like whenever you're ready. What is your thought?
When you have money. Mature. My friends at 30, I honestly say when you're mentally ready. Because not for nothing, you could be a kid your whole life. You're not grown until you have something to watch get old. So in all reality, it's... And then on top of that, you know how they say that it happens when it happens? You know,
right,
so you're
of course.
ready. You know what I mean? Like sometimes condoms do break. Sometimes you're just unlucky. Sometimes you just lucky. Whatever the case may be. So, I mean, at the age... All right, so, okay, for me, to say the God honest truth, I would have preferred to have kids at the age of 16 because I would have been 32 by the time they were 16 and we would have been able to grow together. It made sense to me mathematically because I was already mentally... Oh, I was already in college at the age of 16, 17. So I was already mentally grown. I was already living on my own. But when I had them, I was 26, 27, and it felt like a good age for me because I was just at that time where I'm like, all right, it's about time to start slowing down because you hit them 30s. You know, your body don't function the same. You sneeze and you break a bone. So
that hasn't happened yet. Knock on wood.
That's about the time, though, you know, because then in your 40s, your metabolism slows down and everything's not functioning. So you have to think about the science of it. So the nutrients you give into your children, what you're consuming in your body, and how you give it to your kids. So it's a pretty much late 20s, early 30s kind of vibe. Late 20s.
Chucho said the same thing in the chat. He said 29 is a pretty good age to have kids. I agree. You know, having kids young, you could watch them grow. Now, don't get me wrong. There are more women having kids in their 40s now. And you know how they used to say, like, oh, you know, if women have kids at a later age, it can cause more risk of a birth defect and other things. But there are more women waiting it out. And some people are like, yo, that's selfish because, you know, the kid's not going to know you but so long and blah, blah, blah. Listen,
if going back to healthy with the medicine these days, you're fine. You don't got to worry about that.
You can. Yeah, you absolutely can. I say, like you said, when you're ready, you're ready. Like somebody like this, they might want all this shit and it could be with the wrong person because they rush towards it. If you're going to invest in something like having a husband and having a kid, you better make sure it's with the right person. And even if you think it's with the right person in the beginning, it may not turn out that way time going forward. So I mean, like something like this, I'm like, yo, just live your 20s. Live your 20s, give yourself time.
The universe will bring it to you when it does. And that's it.
Exactly. When you're ready, the universe will know. And Chucho, you said you're never having kids. You're adopting. Now,
Hey,
why?
that's what you gotta say. Say it with your chest. Let them know. Because it's good. Get a dog.
Get a fucking lizard. Get a Komodo dragon or
Get
something.
a
I mean,
fish.
shit.
Forget it. Less to deal with.
Hey,
Oh,
listen,
you
man.
said he's adopting. Well, that's a
Yeah, he
nice
said he's
thing to do.
adopting.
There's a lot of kids in the world.
No, it is. It is. I mean, there's a lot of kids out there in the world that needs a home. But see, here's my stance on adopting, right? I have no issue with it. But let's just say you adopt a kid, maybe not necessarily a baby, right? You adopt like a 5, 6, 7-year-old, whatever, or just adopt a kid in general, right? They find out you're not really their parents. And what if they ask you the question of who are my real parents? I mean, I don't know. I will have a lot of
No.
answers. There will be a lot of questions.
I said that there is a lot of questions. Would it be for yourself or for the kid?
Right. And then you don't have the answers and you're like, damn, I don't know. But, we can find out together. You know what I mean? Like, if you really want to know who your real parents are, we can find out together if they're willing. Because, I mean, out the gate, I'm not going to know the answer to anything they ask. But nowadays, with social media, nowadays you can go search.
When you go, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people who were in foster homes and a lot of kids that were adopted. The last kid I knew that was adopted, it was actually posted in a newspaper and adopted like that. So here's the thing. When you do adoptions, there's people you have to go through. And some of them are closed adoptions where, no, you will not be able to find the paternal parent. But a lot of them are open adoptions that after a certain amount of years, the children are allowed to look for their parents. It just has to be a certain amount of time so that they're mentally able to handle it.
Right. Because there's going to come a time where they're going to start asking some real questions. Right. They look at their adoptive parents and be like, yo, I look nothing like them.
It's good to know the medical history of the parents. That's another reason why, in case you come out with, like, God forbid, cancer or something. It's like, oh, that's not from you. So who are my birth parents? And it's like, oh, snap, why? We got to go background.
So many unanswered questions. That's really what it boils down to, is just so many unanswered questions.
Are you ready for that,
again,
Chuchu? Are you ready for that challenge?
Yeah, because that's a challenge. Don't get me wrong. Even adopting a kid is the first and foremost a challenge in itself. What comes with it is challenging. All right, Chucho, you're going to say, I'm telling them that their mama died. Don't do that, bro. What the fuck? Unless you know that for certain. And you can tell them that's the reason why I adopted you. Because I think, and I don't know this because I was adopted myself. When my mom passed, I was adopted by her sister, a.k.a. my aunt. I guess when you go to an adoption agency, they may have a history behind the parent. They won't give the name because they might not even know whatever. It might be some sort of unwritten rule or written rule, but they will give you somewhat of a backdrop on this kid. And if they tell you off the back, like, yeah, this kid's mom passed away, then I guess when they're old enough to talk and think, you can tell them that. But I ain't gonna tell them that shit off the back. I know you playing, but I mean, shit, that's kind of crazy. And how they accept it, it depends. Now, you said also when the time comes, you'll tell them. Absolutely. When the time comes and they're mature enough and old enough to handle it.
You got a point, though. It might be easier just to say that the parent died so that they wouldn't feel like if they were given up. Like, oh my God, I wasn't worth keeping. So you rather tell them than they go on and tell them the truth.
Okay, but what if they find out their parent is alive? Now you just lied to them. They can't trust you.
It was you know how parents are. I did it to protect you.
It sounds just like a drama sitcom. I did it to protect you. I mean, you're not lying, though. I mean, that would be one way of finding out, because let's just say you did it to protect them and then they go find out their mom is like a junkie or some shit. And you know what I mean? You wanted to shield them away from that element.
It could also be a legal thing. Again, some parents don't want to be found. They're like, no, if anything, they can find me later on in years or when I'm good, when I'm not locked up, whatever. Exactly. Like their mom could be a junkie or they could be, in jail, incarcerated for whatever.
Absolutely. And that's just something you got to be like, be ready to tell. Now, Chucho, you said you'll tell them around 16 or 17. But, younger kids now are so smart. What if your 7-year-old adopted kid asks, where's my mommy? Who's my real mom? Yo, these younger kids are very vocal. They will hit you with that question. You're thinking 16 years old. No, a 7-year-old kid will ask you some very specific type questions, and you got to be ready to answer.
You're not my daddy. You don't even look like me.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, my God. Yo, I couldn't imagine me adopting a kid and this kid come out and say, yo, you don't even look like me. You're not even my real dad. You're like 7 years old. How do you know that? I'm telling you, you got to be prepared for questions of all ages.
They listen to everything too, so you also have to be very careful. They listen more than regular kids.
Sponges, because Well, see, a child's mind, I guess up to like 5 or 6 years old, can pick up stuff and retain it faster than when we are adults. We got so much as an adult on our mind, especially as we get older. We don't retain a lot of shit. But that's why they say kids are like sponges. It's a fresh sponge soaking up all this new shit, and they will hear shit and they will revert it back. There's so many sayings to that. I had one in mind. Stay in the child's place. Blah 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 blah. I've heard it all. I've heard it all. Okay, next question. Can you live a healthy lifestyle? Can you live a healthy life while smoking cigarettes?
Yes.
Now, there are people that lived 100 years old. Who was it? George Burns, the actor George Burns, lived damn near to 100, smoking cigars all his life. Yeah, you can.
White power.
Yeah, cigarettes may not necessarily take you out. Some people have said the secret to a long life was smoking cigarettes. Yeah, absolutely.
There was a woman who lived to 99 or maybe almost 103, I think. I was a kid. She said her secret to living long was that she ate a quart of chocolate. She would eat like, no, it was like they were like almost a pound of chocolate, I think, every single day.
Damn. Well, I've heard chocolate's good for the heart, especially dark chocolate, raw chocolate. I've heard that's actually good for the heart. Like they say, red wine's good for the heart, chocolate's good for the heart. But they change it one day. They're like, chocolate's bad, and it's good.
Chucho is international.
Chucho is the dude. He's been with me since damn near day one on TikTok. And he said, I'm gonna say I got a little of every race in my heritage. I think we all do.
I will kill
you,
dog. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go on mute real quick. My dog just tried to eat my cheese.
Don't even worry about it. I got you. Oh, all right. Let's move on to the next question. I think actually before I move on, the cigarettes. It's hit or miss. For some people, they claim they lived a long time because of cigarettes, and then other people are like, oh, no, cigarettes is bad. But somebody did answer this question. They simply just wrote that by a guy named Gerald. Wrote that cigarettes will slowly wear you down and age your body faster than a non-smoker. If you're young, you wouldn't notice it for many years, but if you're developing a very bad habit of smoking, that you will have serious consequences in the future. Not necessarily. Everybody's body is different. All right, I got you, Drip. Yeah, don't worry, we'll be here. We're not going anywhere yet. We'll be here. But cigarettes. I'm not a smoker of cigarettes at all. I'm not. I don't shame anybody for smoking cigarettes, but like, it's not my thing. I've seen people who live a long time smoking cigarettes. Like they're still around, 70, 80 years old, still smoking every day. Chucho, you said you kind of like the smell of some, but just the thought of puffing a cigarette makes me hurl. Listen, I'll be honest with you, I tried a cigarette one time. One time I tried a cigarette. Absolutely hated it. I never did it again. I tried a vape once. I tried a cigarette once. Disgusting. I was like, how the fuck can anybody do this all the time? I can't do it. I just cannot do it. But yeah, I was just like, nah, that's not for me. Not for me. All right, next one. Let's move on to the next question. Let me see how much time we're in. Make sure we hit that 1 hour mark. And we are currently at 43 minutes. Not bad. Let's move on to the next question. All right, next question I got here. Why are most men of any race attracted to good-looking white or Latino women? Is it something aesthetically that makes their beauty stand out? For me, I've always been attracted to Latinas. I'm married to one. You know what I mean? I've always been attracted.
You forgot the O.
Hey, yo. Now you playing yourself. Hey, yo. Nah. That's wild work. We're keeping the A. My guess to that, it's really... Ooh,
Anna, he turned Muslim on us.
Oh, Anna. Well. Welcome, everybody. This is Anna. She is back on the show, co-host. I'm not Muslim. This is just a hat that my wife made. Let's chill out. Assalamu alaikum. Anna, what's going on? My wife made this hat for me. She's been on a crocheting binge. She's been making hats for people, and we're sending hats out. It's nice. It's very comfortable. It's not too heavy. It doesn't generate a lot of heat. It's very airy. But yeah, I was just thinking about you like a few days ago. How you been? I know you've been like super busy, which is all good. It's cool. But thank you very much. It is a cute hat, and I wear it quite often on the show. If it's not the Lobs hat, which this is Rio's favorite hat, by the way, it's usually this hat. But yeah, welcome to the show. Welcome back. Chucho, you said, I think it's the thought of scarcity. Something rare is something valuable to many. Well, I mean, Latinas and white women are not scarce. They are everywhere. You know what I mean? But it's like, for me, I've always been attracted to the Latinas. I think for me, one of the biggest attractions is long hair. I love long hair. Don't get me wrong, short hair works well on some women, but I love long hair.
You love
and
shrimp.
Skin tone. Hey, yo, I love shrimp. Yo, I've been on a shrimp binge. Not that kind of shrimp, but I've been eating a lot of shrimp lately.
Well,
I told my wife, nah, more of a lobster guy. Chucho, you said they are a minority, though, at least in America. Hell no, Latinas is not a minority. They are damn near a majority right now at this point. But the question is, scrimps. Yo, I never understand how people can say shrimp like that. I've never, ever heard, I've never myself said scrimps. I mean, just get some scrimps. Yeah, I said it purposely, but, just coming out on a whim saying shrimp, I could say shrimp, right? Some people say scrimps, and that's more like a down south thing. And yeah, Anna, it's funny you mentioned that. It's almost coquito time. My wife was just talking about that shit. She's going to be making some come time closer to the holiday.
Eddie prefers Malibu.
No, that was the first and last time I am going to try Malibu. Actually, no, I think I did try it once after the fact, but that first time was crazy. Anna, you say I'm weird, so I say lots of things weird. Oh, so you say scrimps. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean,
Eddie's got a
you should hear
shrimp.
the way. Nah, I don't got no shrimp, man. I can't even keep it down there.
Yeah, okay.
I can actually see.
You can't even see it.
Oh, I can see it. I'm looking at it right now. I don't even got pants on. No, I'm fucking with you. I got pants on. No, my wife, the way she say buttons, she say buttons, like with a D, Budden, like buttons, like Joe Budden. You said one of those extra jumbo scrimps. Hey, look, a jumbo scrimp can still get the job done. All right, it can still get the job done.
I don't know, Eddie.
Like Joe Buttons.
Eddie's got them young. He's got them young scrimps. Them young.
Nah, you tell me.
Take the tail off scrimps.
All right, popcorn shrimp. You tell me. How do you work with the popcorn shrimp? fucking baby shrimp. You don't even see their eyes yet. Nah, I got it like prawns. Like prawns are huge though. Like those are some big ass scrimps. Popcorn shrimp, you said, is way better. Listen, I think I made a mention of this shit about
Eddie
size.
likes anything that's shaped as a banana.
I don't even like bananas, dude. How can you say that? I don't even eat bananas like that. I mean, I seen you eat a cucumber whole with no water on it. That shit was dry. And
Well, when we went to the movie theater, when we were walking out, you left a cucumber on the chair.
What the fuck are you talking about? That never happened. What? What the fuck are you talking about? Nah, absolutely not. You left the cucumber in the theater when you went to go see 50 Shades of Grey. Or 50 Shades of Gay, whatever show.
Right. Hey, Eddie, she's saying that for you. If you have a small canal, the guppies work best.
Fuck, man. You want to go there. Let me tell you something. I think I made a mention of this on a show one time. Size. Like I mentioned somewhere that some women actually like smaller. It's more comfortable for them. Some women like endless shrimp, and other women like endless sausage. I mean, it depends on how you build. It's like that sometimes. She said popcorn shrimp is way better. I don't know what aspect we're talking about. My glasses all crooked and shit. Golly, Chucho, you said where I live, there's nothing but white Southern women. I wish I had Latinas around my area. Yeah, you're missing out, buddy. You're missing out. Let me tell you something. So, Drip, you missed that question we just came across. Again, why are most men of any race is attracted to good-looking white and Latino women? Like I said, I've always been attracted to Latinas. My ex-wife, though, wasn't Latina, but she could pass for it. But again,
Taya?
I'm always...
Taya? What do you think
Why you
Taya's
gotta keep-
doing right now?
I don't give a fuck. Why do you keep bringing that name up? Every time I mention my ex-wife, you always bring that name up.
Well, you only
Why?
had her tattooed on your arm for 13 years.
It wasn't 13 years. It was not 13 years. It was approximately... It was too long. I think it was like 8 years I had that shit on.
Exactly.
It's been covered up. It's covered up already, though. The only reason I kept it her name on there long enough because I was afraid to get another tattoo at the time until Gonzo convinced me to get it covered up, and he covered it up for me, and that was the rest. And then now I'm tatted up and
You think she's married?
Tattoos. Possibly. I don't know if she is still the same person she was. No, you don't. No, you don't. In fact, if she is still the same person that I left, then she's probably not married. No, she's probably not married. If she is, that's great for her.
You broke her heart by cheating.
She's divorced.
I broke her heart. Hell no, I didn't break her heart.
You cheated on her though. You broke her heart.
You cheated on her?
Let me explain this. This motherfucker put me out there.
I feel like
listen,
we've talked about this before, but
we did dip into
on her.
We dipped into this a bit. All right, look, it's not something I'm proud of, but you got to understand the circumstances to which we were in. We were living with her mom and her boyfriend the entire time. Her mom was controlling of not just the house, but her life and any decision that she made, and it had a really big effect on us. The relationship was already doomed from the start. Like, I've lost, like, family stopped talking to me, friends stopped talking to me, being with this woman. Nobody could understand this relationship. Long story short,
you found pictures of your shrimp on your phone that you sent to your now wife.
Get the fuck out of here.
I'm serious. That's what happened.
No, not my shrimp. And Gloria, okay, you said leave, but don't cheat. Sometimes, in this case, it was easy to do that, you could say, but it wasn't easy to do. Because it was like, if you're fighting for it to work and it's not working, then sometimes you got to take the other route. Now, it had nothing to do.
You are just hot boy.
Nah, he does this shit all the time. He likes hearing the story about this woman. I don't know. I'll go find her for you.
I'm gonna meet Taya one day.
Maybe Rio wants to be with her.
He is all up in there.
I think so. I think so. Shit, you know what? We can find her. I know her real name and everything. I'm not putting it out there, but I can help you.
Rio, you should
help you
marry her.
No, I'm
might as well.
I'm gonna see what young Ed was like.
Man, I don't know what it was like.
Wait, what?
It was a crazy time. Young Eddie, man, that was a crazy time that time. I'm telling you, my life changed in 2007. That, to me, I think out of all the years of my life, that was a really pivotal year because that was the year that I met her and things just completely changed. In fact, I truly believe if it wasn't for meeting her, I wouldn't even be here. I wouldn't even be here because I would have never met my current wife and so on and so on. That whole time was just a trip. Stop bringing up old shit. All right, moving on to the next question. You're killing me here. No, I don't. Listen, I'm not ashamed. Well, look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm ashamed on how it went down. But I'm never ashamed to tell the story because I tell it as a lesson, maybe a teaching tool or whatever. Sometimes it can be an end to justify the means. It could have went a better way. You're right. But neither one of us knew what the fuck we were doing. We should have never got married in the first place. First and foremost. And if I knew, at least I thought I was. See, a lot of people, and this is another thing real quick. My dad asked me this question right when I was at the bottom of that relationship. He asked me, son, are you in love with her or do you love her? And it took me a second or so to answer that question. And I said, I love her. And right then and there, that was the answer. Because you could be in love with someone, right? But are you in love with this person enough to go through all that shit and, everything with them? So the answer was quite clear at that point. And then the rest was history. You know what I mean? Ta-da. Moving on to the next question. Dang. Stop bringing up that woman and endless shrimp, all right? If you like endless shrimp, when I get to the U.S., we could go to Red Lobster.
Drip likes endless shrimp, she said.
I love endless shrimp.
Wait a minute. What kind of endless shrimp? Never mind.
Red Lobster.
Okay, Red Lobster. See, no.
You know I've never been to Red Lobster?
Get the fuck out of here. You never been to Red Lobster? You?
Of course I have. Oh, him no. You've never been there?
No, I've never been to Red Lobster.
Really?
Yeah, I swear.
Wow.
Why? You need to go at least one time.
Maybe you should take Austin's ex there.
Yeah, you can take Taya there. You can give her the endless shrimp.
Taya Johnson,
she'll probably
that's her last name.
if she's going to have a night with Rio.
Yes, you give her all the endless shrimp she deserves, unseasoned and everything.
Governments, you need
Man, listen. Go to Red Lobster at least one time. To me, Old school Red Lobster was better, but even now Red Lobster could still hold up a little bit. It's better than the Lobs. That's for damn sure. The Lobs. Anna, you love that.
The only
You love
thing,
when I say
the only
Lobs.
thing great about them is the hat.
The hat was the best part of the restaurant. Yeah, that's why I got it. But my wife,
That's what I'm
she
saying.
hates this. She hates this hat so much. She hid it from me yesterday. I was about to do the show to wear the hat, and it was on
He
my
hid
desk the
it,
night before.
yo.
No, I did. She hid the hat for
Banging.
real. So I left it here on
It's
the
because you're in the
desk.
dog pound, dude.
I believe she would.
She hates this hat. So she
does
hid it,
it.
and I called her. I called her at work, and I was like, "Hun, where the hell is my Lobs hat?" She started giggling and shit. I'm like, "Where the fuck is my hat?" She told me where the hat was. I went and got the hat, and I was like, "Stop hiding my hat. I know you hate this place." She hates
Does she
when I
like her
wear
new
that hat.
job?
Yeah, she likes it. She likes it.
That's
It's,
good.
it's a lot.
Where did she?
The up tempo.
Sorry.
Huh?
What?
No,
what'd
go
she
ahead, Anna.
do?
Oh yeah. Oh, so you didn't know? Let me get you up to speed. So she just got a new job. She works at the education center here. Basically just administrative stuff. Yeah. She's been doing it for about a month now. Yeah, she likes it. It's
love
definitely
that.
a lot. Yeah, she needed it because one thing about her, Anna, is that she doesn't like to stay still. She likes to keep busy. So
Yeah.
she got the job and stuff, and it's doing well for her. Oh, Anna, by the way, so Anna, you're a co-host on the show. I want to introduce you to our new co-host, who just became a co-host on the show a few days ago. Drip Too Hard Drip. This is Anna. She's also a co-host, so now I have two female co-hosts. Yeah, so now I have two female co-hosts. In fact, I got all three of my co-hosts on the show right now. You got one guy talking about
Where
endless shrimp.
is?
Well,
White?
there's
Well, actually, Captain James was on the show a few days ago, and then I got a text from Skinless Chicken Nugget, who he said he was going to join shortly, but he hasn't joined yet. But it's okay, it's all good. He's probably busy, probably held up or whatnot. Chucho, you said Red Lobster is only for date occasions for me. You learn a lot about a girl from eating a lobster. Well, do you also learn a lot from her eating endless shrimp? That is a different story. I mean, I don't.
Lobsters are bigger than scrumps.
If I think I know that. Listen, Chucho, I need you to correct me because there is something that happens to females when they do eat seafood. So if he's talking
An
about
aphrodisiac or whatever, right? Isn't that what?
if he's talking about that situation, it makes sense for him to say there's something that you get out of taking a woman to eat some lobster.
But my thing
Look,
is the way.
If you're spending money on a lobster, you better get some pussy.
Don't they
I mean,
say
for real.
though, that seafood is an aphrodisiac?
Yes, that's the
No.
point. If you're gonna
Yes.
go out for lobster, you better get some naan.
But
wait.
I heard specific-
Does lobster makes what? So what have I been doing wrong?
You
Not
ain't eating it
taking
right.
women to
You're not
lobster.
eating the middle part of the lobster correctly. So wait a minute. He said that you learn a lot from a girl eating a lobster. Now, is she like deep throating the lobster with the shell on or something, or what? What do you learn from this? I've never listen. I've seen people pick out a lobster.
Or just
Scientifically.
like his way.
Scientifically,
know-
a lobster makes a girl.
Rank.
I thought those were wait.
Oh.
I thought those were oysters. Oysters I heard were oysters and clams. I've heard was an aphrodisiac.
Have you ever
I
eaten
have
a
a
Google
clam or an
search.
oyster?
Have I ever
They're
eaten what?
really
A
salty.
clam or an oyster?
I have eaten a clam before. They're all right. They're not my go-to. To me, they're on the bottom of the tier of seafood that I like. I love shrimp. Pause.
I know you do.
Pause. Hold up.
Yo, chill out. That's why I had to pause it. But clams is okay. My wife got me eating octopus. I ate clams. I had an oyster one time. I'm like, how the fuck do people eat this shit?
Spanish people will get you to eat everything.
You ain't lying. You are not lying. I swear to God. She got me eating vegetables and shit. I'm like, come
Yes.
on now, really?
One thing about Spanish people, when it comes down to seafood, we call them paellas. And it's just like a mixture of all type of Spanish food with some yellow rice, and you just got it.
I've heard it pronounced paella. It depends. You say paella, but I heard people pronounce
Paella,
it
because the
paella.
double L is Y. I mean, no, the
see, I
double L is ella. Y is Y. I'm sorry. The double L in Spanish, when it was in the alphabet, is said ella. So when you say that word, it comes out paella, 2 L's. Like for her, paella, but paella.
Yeah,
I
me
gotta
too.
get-
Skinless.
Panocha. Yo, chill out. No, we used to
Hey,
call it
skinless, what's up?
skinless chicken in the house. Man, I got 4 of my co-hosts today. This is dope. This is absolutely
Feels
dope.
like a Friday.
It does
I
feel
know,
like a
huh?
Friday. I love this.
Co-host Monday. That's what's up.
But you gotta understand this time frame. Damn, we even lost track of more questions and shit. This is slowly starting to turn into a roundtable, but it's very rare that I do this time frame because I would normally be at work at this time. So, and this is usually prime time for me because back in the States, I lived in Tennessee, so I was Central Standard Time. So I would do the show Princeton Circle, and I would do from between 5 and 9 p.m. So obviously the time you guys got, that would be my prime time if I was over there. So Skillers, you finally
Why
got
are
your
you
clearing
destroying
papers.
everything? Sorry, my dog.
That dog is going crazy back there. Skillers, you got your clearing papers, but that's dope. That's dope. Sometimes you got to put boot to ass when it comes to like getting those papers because they be
Eddie, you
trying
got
to, like,
alopecia?
alopecia. No, I don't got alopecia. That's the most random shit.
You're losing your eyebrows.
No, what the hell?
I'm losing my eyebrows? No,
Yeah.
I'm not, man. They're just covered with this head.
How gray are you getting?
Very great. There's like a whole patch of that shit right there, man. I was like, I just
So
got a
much
haircut
wisdom.
recently. Yeah, it's all wisdom. I think it's for every time I do a show. I end up getting more grays, but nah, I'm enjoying the grays. When she cut my hair down a little bit because it was really high, yo, all you saw was a patch of gray. Like, hello, the grays. And I'm like, where the fuck was all that gray when she cut the hair? I was like, it's not asbestos. That's fucked up. Yo, get the fuck out of here. Asbestos. God damn, you guys are just ripping me a new one. Pause. All right, let's get back to the questions real quick. And Anna, I'm so glad you're on this show, man. You had me worried for a minute. Has everything been so
No, I'm
busy
so
for
sorry.
you?
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
has
okay.
been, and it's like I see you go live, then I'm like, oh my gosh, it just hasn't been aligning. But when I saw
No,
it
it's all
today, I
good.
was like, I've got to get on there.
It's all good. Again, you caught me at this time, which is rare because, again, normally you'll find me on this time during days off, and I've had 2 4-day weekends back to back. So,
Oh, nice.
I'm taking advantage. Yeah, I'm taking advantage of this as much as possible. All right, let's get to the next question. I think this next one is going to be good. What extra services can you get at a massage spa?
What do they call that?
Well-
A happy ending or some shit?
You can get that, but you got to be careful asking for that. Like, you wouldn't ask for that at a resort spa. You will go to like a seedy place. Let me ask you guys, would you guys pay extra for an extra service at a massage parlor or no? This man said Wendy's 4 for 4. You're killing me. Would you guys pay? Would you guys pay extra for an extra service at a spa?
I mean,
Anna,
what's
what you
on the
got?
menu?
What's on the menu? Oh wow. I don't know. I guess
Are there
whatever you're
options? Am I able to select? Do I have an idea, or is it like surprise? You pay for something and it's just like pick Miss.
I don't know. That depends. There's so many variables to that. That depends. I mean, I'm not doing that. I remember one time at Massage Envy, the masseuse, she accidentally braced against my shit one time, and she was like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry," and I'm like, "It's fine." It was by
If she's not
accident.
tipping you, she shouldn't have done that.
This is true. She just touched just the tip, though. Just the tip.
Whoa.
Oh, well, she
No.
should have given me a tip.
I was like, wait a minute. I kid you not. Like, I mean, it's gonna happen sometimes by accident, whether it be a male massage you or a female massage you. Rio would love if a male masseuse accidentally, like, not accidentally, but purposely, like, touch him.
Accidentally
Right,
on purpose. She was massaging.
Accidental purpose, yeah.
Yo, did you
We
tell
would do a lot of
Skinless
things.
that I sent you the picture of the pretzel?
Oh no, I did not. Yo, she sent me. She also had dry pretzels too, because you guys were getting on me about eating a pretzel with no mustard, and then she turned around and also made pretzels with salt though, with no mustard.
With no
I don't know.
mustard.
I was fighting for my life that night because my wife made the pretzel for me in the air fryer and gave me no fucking mustard. I almost died.
He was over here swallowing his saliva, dying.
There was no saliva left. There was none left. It was just whatever worked.
Yo, at least you got to eat your pretzel because my dog went on top of the the floor freezer and ate my pretzels. So at least you got to taste yours.
Wow. And then Skinless, you said you went to Elia. Oh, we're not reading that. Why you keep
Elia
playing with these
Vienna's
words and
was
shit?
massage parlor chucho. You're funny.
He said, cute laugh. Not gonna lie, do that again. I'm not laughing again. What are you talking to me? I don't got a cute laugh. My laugh is obnoxious. like a hyena. All right, but
I don't even know.
Who just snorted like that? Was that you?
Listen, sometimes I can't breathe.
That's cute. All that was, I was like, oh shit. And you guys calling me Urkel, but she's the one snorting. Like,
Hey, I love it.
it's cute though. It's cute. All right, so PVN, whoever goes by this name, he answered the question, or she answered the question. What extra services can you get in a massage parlor? They wrote extra services or adult services. There is no any particular massage called as extra, from a stimulation to whatever happens is whatever is extra. It's good to try extras. I mean, stimulation to sex with your partner rather than going to a spa or looking for it outside. Yeah, if you're looking for sex at a massage parlor, you're crazy. That's risky work. I don't know, man. Just get the goddamn massage and leave. That's it. Why you want just, I don't know, different strokes for different folks. I mean, that's how I look at it.
That's just too much. You'd rather just go to a swingers club or something.
For real. Would you guys ever go on a swingers cruise?
Hell yeah.
I'm not doing it.
No, I'm good.
Wait, do you have to be in a relationship, or can you just like?
So the weird thing about like swingers is like you don't necessarily have to be in a relationship. You could be single looking for swingers to be a toy.
Hey,
that's wild. See, they got swingers cruises, but they also came out with a nude cruise recently. I heard about a month
I
or
used
so
to
ago.
live on a colony. That was cool.
No way.
Yeah, Schwangs was all out. It was in Co-op City in the Bronx. They had a small little section that was dedicated to that for a little while.
In the Bronx?
In Co-op City, all the way in Co-op City in the boondocks by like Orchard.
Man, let me tell you something. I lived in New York all my life. I ain't never. This must be like the secret.
It's not something that you hear. It's not promoted. But yes, there was a little like, because it was out it was literally by Orchard Beach, and it was like forested area, but there was like a little colony that was built there of new condominium houses that they
Is that
had.
place still there?
Yes, but they're no longer allowed to do that, because after a while it became a nuisance to people because they were crossing the highway to Bay Plaza, literally crossing the highway to Bay Plaza by the old golf course.
I ain't never hear no shit like that, especially of all places in the Bronx. I would expect
it was
that
out there for like
Queens.
6 months to a year. They maybe had that complex open like that. It was just too much of a distraction.
I gotta Google that. When I get a chance, I'm gonna Google that.
You're not gonna
be
able to find it on Google. If you do, then I'm up there.
I challenge you. All right, bet. Let's look this shit up real quick before I get into some more questions. This shit is wow. Skinless, you said, what would you do if Godzilla opened up based on a true story? That would be weird, because Godzilla being based on that would be different. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up. Now you got me intrigued by this.
Isn't Godzilla based off a true story if you consider the fact that dinosaurs are real?
Well, you gotta understand, when dinosaurs were real, there were no buildings that dinosaurs can destroy.
You don't know that. He wasn't there.
You're right. Well, I can hear Rio making an old joke like, yeah, he was there.
We could have been living in tree houses back then, you know, and we didn't have the technology, but we was a lot smarter. We probably had pyramids, and they would just stomp on them out.
This could be true.
Wait
a minute, hold on. Drip, I think I might have found what you were just talking about.
Don't tell nobody.
Hold on. Wait a minute, hold on. There was a mention on it on Google. Hold on. I want to just make sure I'm looking at this right. But hold on. It was a mention of it. It was so you know Yelp, right? Yelp had the best 10 nudists in the Bronx.
Mm-hmm.
And they did mention Pelham Bay Park and Orchard Beach.
Yeah, there you go.
That is crazy. I never knew that.
It's not promoted, but yeah, it happens.
That is wild work. Holy smokes. New York is full of surprises. New York is
Shout out to living the way that you came into the world.
Yeah. I don't know who the fuck invented clothes.
Right? Oh, I know because I read the Bible. It says that when Adam and Eve bit into the apple and they saw themselves naked, they were like, oh no, embarrassment, and they covered themselves with leaves, and that's how they ended up formating clothes.
That's crazy. Whoever created clothes suck. You know, we could be walking around naked right now. I mean, you got good naked and you got bad naked. Some people don't need to be naked, but there's other people that look okay naked. I mean, just think about it. You're born naked,
yeah,
but you die clothed. You're
But when
buried
you're
with
born, you're all
clothes.
fit and uptight, and then as you get older, weight and gravity take over.
Let me ask you guys. All right, if you're born naked, do you think we should be buried naked? Like you go to a funeral and the
Hell yeah.
person inside is naked. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't want to see my grandmother naked in no casket. I
Bury me
don't want to
face down so
see.
you can kiss my ass on the way out.
I don't want to see that shit either. Hey, yo, you said easy access. Oh, I'm done. We're done here. That's great. Easy access. If everybody was, I don't think today's society can handle if everybody was walking around naked. We got too many horn dogs walking around as we speak.
It's partially happening again in New York City. So they used to be that you weren't allowed to walk around without your shirt on because it's public indecency. Now the law
True.
states that as a woman, you're allowed to walk around without your shirt on because a woman won that battle breastfeeding her child. As long as you're not promoting it for money, you are allowed to walk around without a top on. Because if a guy could do it, a girl could do it. We both get breast cancer.
I mean, this is the way it should be. This is what I never understand, and I don't know. Maybe decency laws and times, religion, and everything else, different religions all came up with the idea of being clothed, but that's for another story. I got another question. This is a weird one. Get ready for this shit. You said you hop on that bandwagon. I think anybody would. All right, I got a question for you guys. Whether or not it has happened to you, has anyone faked being asleep so they could enjoy what was happening to them? Yeah. I have with my wife, of course. But again, the question, has anyone faked being asleep so they can enjoy what's happening to them? Have you guys ever faked that?
I don't know. There's crickets all around here.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's pretty quiet right now. Everybody is
That
quiet
just
on
sounded
that
like a
question.
bad situation. So no comment.
It could be. It could be. But here, I'm going to read this story because there's a story to this. Because some people like to play this shit out and pretend like they're asleep, but they're not asleep.
Oh, if it's
Skillet,
role play, it's a different story. Then yeah.
Oh, it's role playing is a different story. So Skinless said, I faked being asleep so I could be carried into the house. I was the driver.
We was in our wrong state of mind. Hold up.
Hold on. Let's get some
I was gonna say, when I was a kid, I used to do that stuff in the car,
Yeah.
like, so I would
What,
be
fake
carried
sleep?
inside. Yeah,
Oh yeah, because who the fuck wants to get out of the
But,
car
like-
and walk into the house?
for sex. Like, I don't know what. Like, I've never.
Okay, hold on. Let me read this answer. Let's make this make sense. The question is, has anyone faked being asleep so they could enjoy what was happening to them? So this guy by the name of Zachariah, he answered the question by saying, this is actually one of my favorite stories and I can tell you it very often. He said that he was living in an apartment in 2002. One day I was asleep and my girlfriend at the time came over. My roommate answered the door and she said she would wait for me to wake up. I did wake up, and at some point because they were in my room talking. So naturally I realized what was going on before I opened my eyes. So I pretended to sleep to hear what they say about me. I love doing it. I would pretend sleep to hear people talk shit. Anyway, so naturally I realized what was going on. I'm sorry, skip it. To this day, it's still humbling to remember the things they said. So my roommate said I was the most honest person he ever met. He said that I always do what I believe is the right thing to do. He said I was glad we got along. He's hearing all this shit as he's pretending to be asleep. And then he heard his girlfriend say that she felt lucky to have found me. So then he heard her say that she had cheated on every boyfriend she had met, but she couldn't imagine doing it to me because she didn't want to see the way I would look at her if I ever found out. What blew me away the most is neither of them said a single negative thing about me while I was sleeping. I think we were thinking about this question a little bit wrong. Have you guys ever pretend to be asleep so that you can overhear what other people are saying? Have you ever done that? I've done that many a time.
Yes.
I leave myself vulnerable enough around people to be falling asleep around them.
Yeah, ear hustling. I like to call it ear hustling because
Now, since I speak multiple languages, I will pretend that I don't speak Spanish, Italian, sign language. I can understand some Mandarin. So while they doing my nails and they want to talk shit, or they talking about somebody,
yeah.
I'm like, all right, you think I don't know? Oh my gosh, definitely.
Shit, there was an episode of Seinfeld where Elaine, she was at an Asian nail parlor, right? And she knew that they were talking about her, but she didn't know what they were saying. So she brought in George Father because he fought in the Korean War, so he understood Korean. And they were like, "Oh, you brought in a spy," and this and that, and this and that, and then she couldn't go back anymore because she brought him there. Listen, it be like that sometimes. Hold on, next question. Let's move on. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Normal for girls to wear boy. Okay, is it normal for girls to wear boys' underwear for comfort?
Yes.
Yeah.
Boxers.
Yes.
I know some people. I know some women that wear boxers. My wife, on a whim, she was playing around. She put my boxers on one time. I was like, take them shits off. You don't see me putting your panties on and shit. But no, some some women are comfortable wearing boxers, underwear. You know, I never seen a woman wear like briefs, like men's briefs. But I've heard of women wear boxers. I don't know. Is it comfortable for you guys? Have you guys ever done that?
Yes.
Oh, nothing wrong with it. It's comfortable. It's comfy. All right, next question. Where are we at right now? Okay, I think I've read this next question. What is it like getting a divorce after 40 or more years of marriage? Do you guys believe, despite how bad things can be, if you're 40 years married, do you think it's worth getting a divorce or just sticking it out?
Get a divorce. Don't be unhappy.
But that's 40 years, Drip. You can't
Oh.
get, marriage come with no receipts. You don't get that time back.
Time is well, okay, you're talking to somebody who's very different here. I'm eccentric and super, super out of this world. So I have no
Go for it.
sense of time conception. So 1 minute can last forever, you know what I mean? So even though them 40 years are regretful or you had your good times and your bad times, the next 10 years, the next 5 years, the next 2 months could be even more magical than that time.
Facts,
With
facts.
opportunity.
All right, Anna, what do
Like,
you
I had
think?
more
I
fun in
mean,
this one than I had in 40. So yeah.
it's 40 years though. I mean, Anna, what do you think? You think getting a divorce after 40 years of marriage is worth it, or is just like fuck it, we're just gonna ride it out?
I mean, it depends on what it was for.
I'd
I don't
say
know.
it's a relationship.
I mean, there's so
I
many
don't think
variables.
I don't think the amount of time matters. I think it really just depends on what happened.
Felt that.
Yeah, because I can't imagine you've been married that long and then you cheat on your spouse, and it's 40 years. I mean, it's not like getting a divorce after 2, 3, 4 years. You know what I mean? But 40 years, marriage come with no receipts. Just imagine you get divorced after 40 years. You're gonna go back out on the dating scene again. For some people, that's gonna be like super difficult to do. You just can't just thrust yourself back out. You're older now. Some people don't feel the way they used to. I mean, let me ask you guys: if you guys got divorced after 40 years, are you going back on the dating scene?
Yeah, fuck it.
I agree. I mean, like I said, for some people it's gonna be easy, and for some people it's not gonna be that easy. It depends. And like you said, Drip, accidents do happen. All right, I'm gonna see. I got a few more questions. I guess before we start winding this down, let me see. Is it normal for someone? No, that's not a really good question. Wow. Okay, here's a good one. I think I might have read this. Skill, you said in 40 years you'll be 90. That's old, man. You're almost as old as me. All right, next question. If you fall in love with another person, does it mean you should leave your spouse? Well, I kind of can answer this question, but there were so many variables to how that happened. But let me get your guys' perspective. Like, if you fall in love with another person, should you leave your spouse right away, or you should like try to talk it out, do the mature thing? What do you guys think?
If you're going to cheat, leave.
Again, out of nowhere, she said if you're gonna cheat, leave. I think that makes sense, but it's also, what if you're just, what's the word, bejiggity, flabbergasted? Like, what if you're swept off your feet and you think you're in love, and it's just a new person that's just piquing your interest for the moment? No, you don't let go of what you had solid. You now, I wouldn't say test the waters, but like, you get to know the individual a little bit more, not on some dating, but on some, it's okay to have friends of the opposite sex. And then realize that, first of all, you comfortable where you at. And secondly, it wasn't that you're in love with the person in a sexual manner. It's that you're in love with the way that they make you feel about yourself.
Eddie's comfortable with same sex.
Hey, I'm with all that.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what is wrong with you? First of all, you were off the show for like 15 minutes. Then you
I had
come
to
out
help
with
a
that
brother
crazy
out,
shit.
dude. I had to help a brother out. One of my
No, you're not
buddies-
helping me out. That's not helping me out. Not even in the slightest.
One of my friends is taking the exam. That's why I was tomorrow. So that's why I was off for a second.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying you were helping me out by saying that I like the same sex. No, that's definitely not helping me out.
How do you
at all.
have you
But at
ever
least you're-
tried? Have you ever tried?
No,
How do
I've
you
not
know?
tried.
How do you know?
Because I know if I knew if I did, then I would have went that
If
side.
you know, you know.
If you know, you know, right, Rio?
Yeah, you do know.
Listen. Nowadays, hey, if that's your thing, that's your thing. That I've never
Eddie
tried
gets
or even
fed.
entertained the thought.
That's the point. If you could just be really, really just being in love with the way the person makes you feel. So it's not worth giving up something that's been had to feel so solid and comfortable for so long for a new exciting experience because endorphins run high, especially with something new.
True.
So it's like beer goggles, basically.
You should try it, Eddie.
I shouldn't try it. Chucho said I should try it too. No, I'm not gonna try it. I'm not. And then Skillers, you said if I get 10,000 likes, Eddie will try it. No, I am
Okay,
not.
I'm clicking likes.
Snap. I'm over here liking to tap away.
Yo, no.
Wait, what are
no,
we trying?
no.
I'm lost. What are we trying?
No,
We
they
should
want
just
me to try
everything like
to
once.
date men.
He wants
They
to
said
get
they want me to
pegged.
try the other side.
You can have a bromance. There's nothing
He
wrong
wants
with
to get
that.
pegged.
But dating and actually fucking. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta get specific. I mean, I'm sorry, my bad.
Hey, listen, I don't even know what he's talking about.
Eddie
I
wants
know
to get
that-
pegged.
I want
You
to
said get some head. What?
That is crazy.
Pegged.
This show is out of control.
Wow.
This show is out of
Next
control.
question.
Yeah, let's move on to the next question.
You're almost at 10K. Holy shit, Eddie! It looks like
That, I'm still
Yeah,
not
have
gonna
some
happen.
fun.
We're gonna. Hey, you gotta stop
Hey,
at 9,000.
you got to be up to new adventures, right, Eddie?
I think he's
Then you
inviting
should-
you. I think he's
Okay,
inviting
well
you.
then Rio, then the feeling is mutual because you should be trying new adventures too, right? Should you
Oh,
not?
wow.
Skinless,
That-
Chucho, you sound like you already tried, and then Skinless, you should try
And
it
if
too.
you like it, then go with it, baby.
Exactly, but I'm not doing that. I'm not because
Not
I
everybody
know I
fucking-
don't like it because I never did it. I won't. Oh my god! All right, here's the next question.
You got a comment in your chat here.
See, I told you. And Chucho, that's all good, man. And let me ask you, Chucho, you tried the other team. Did you stick with the other team, or you were just like,
No,
I
it's fuck
tried?
him.
Yeah, that's crazy. I like Chucho's doing. One thing about him is that he is unfiltered. He tells his shit like it is. Okay, you said no. Okay, but he tried it. Rio, did you try it?
No, bro, I'm not going to.
Oh, right. Well, then why the fuck would you ask me to do it?
I mean, as somebody who swings for both teams, it's freaking awesome.
It plays both ways because you get your cake and eat it too, or you get your shrimp and eat it too, or you get your sausage and whatever, right? Some people
Hey.
play both sides and it works.
Go get some grapes, Eddie, and eat them. Remember that one time he
I
ate
don't-
grapes on live?
You ate what?
Yeah.
He ate
Grapes.
grapes on live, and he was slurping them.
Well, all right, wait, that's getting way too
Whoa.
descriptive. I wasn't slurping the grapes, all right? So drip. The Koreans make really big grapes, right? So I was managed to fit 2 grapes in my mouth. Yo, I put 2 grapes in my mouth, and
That's what she said.
I look like a chipmunk, and they were like, "Yo, you can't fit 3." I was like, "You damn right, I can't fit 3. And 2 is good enough." Pause. Erasmo, what's going, dude? What's going on? Where you been, man? It's been a while. I know everybody's been busy, man. Like I tell everybody,
Welcome in.
if you can make the show, you can make the show. You can't, you can't. Like Anna, Drip, everybody's busy, man. Listen, I don't even do this show every day because I'm busy too. Skinless, you said, does that count as trying the other side? What, trying 2 grapes? No, man, they're grapes, man. They're grapes. I don't
They
think
weren't
that
nuts in his
counts.
mouth. They were grapes in his mouth. So he needs to get.
And they were
Speaking of
juicy
grapes-
grapes too.
Speaking of
Pause.
grapes,
They were,
you love them juicy grapes.
they were really juicy. I ain't gonna lie. They
We
were
all
juicy.
love
You
juicy
know,
grapes.
you know what's crazy? There are people that I know.
You like
that
red or
wish
what?
I-
You
Were
like
they
red
green or yeah? Were they green or were they red?
Yeah, what do
They
you
were green. They were green seedless grapes. Next time I get grapes, I'll eat them again online.
How do they make seedless stuff, like seedless watermelon or seedless
I was about to
grapes?
ask that same question.
Hmm.
Where'd seedless end up growing?
Let's go to Google because that is I love this show because this is why I call it a daily mind because it's things that we tend to either not think about or just the most random of shit. Let's find out how do you make a seedless grape? Let me see.
And if
hold
they're
on.
seedless, do they end up making other versions of themselves?
Possibly, but then
Is it like pollination? Is it because of the bumblebees?
I don't know. But check it out. There's a science behind the seedless grape. Check this out. Check it. Seedless watermelons are created by crossbreeding a normal diploid, which is 2 sets of chromosomes, watermelon with a tetraploid, which has 4 sets of chromosomes, watermelon, which results in a triploid, which has 3 sets of chromosome seeds. The triploid seeds are sterile, producing plants that cannot make mature seeds, but still require pollination from a normal diploid plant to produce fruit.
Wow.
That is how you make a seedless
I want to set up a lab in my house. I'm gonna be making seedless watermelon.
That's fucking crazy. Let me guess. You want me to go there too to help you out, right? Yeah.
Once they're grown.
No, there's a lot of science to fruit. You can do a lot of weird, amazing things to fruits. It sounds all lab made, but like you can do amazing things. Skinley said bananas are even the yellow ones you know and love. No,
You can do amazing things to fruit. The grapefruit.
Hey, yo.
Oh.
Nah.
Pause.
Grapefruit. Nah. We. Ooh, no. And Chucho, you asked me, can plants get Down syndrome?
That's a
I
good
wouldn't
question.
know. That's a really good question because I mean, some plants could be genetically messed up with an extra chromosome. I mean, they are living, breathing things like we are. They just
Down
not
syndrome is a
animals.
neurological disorder, and to our understanding, plants don't have neurological systems.
They don't have nerves, but they do have feelings. Plants
No,
don't
they
have
don't.
feelings. Yes, they do. You ever
They
talked to a
have
plant
nerves.
before?
They just don't have a freaking brain.
I don't have feelings, so plants don't have
I know
feelings.
you don't. You sitting here telling me to eat 2 fucking big ass grapes, and you're telling me to go try the other side, and then you keep bringing up Taya. Yeah, I know your ass don't have any fucking
Damn,
feelings.
the rudeness.
Oh man, ridiculous. All right, I got another
Remember
question
those
for you
watermelon
guys.
videos that I've sent you before? That shit's fucking wild, man.
Yo,
Did
you know
do
what?
with a
No,
watermelon?
no. Speaking of watermelon, no. Speaking of pumpkins, there's a guy, a content creator. So he does these videos. He goes around giving people pumpkins with the hole in it, right? But the pumpkin, no, please follow this. Don't follow that shit, but just listen to what I'm saying. He gives people a pumpkin with the hole in it, but what's sticking out of the hole is a
sounds-
condom.
Dirty.
What?
That sounded so
I'm
dirty.
dead serious. Hey, what killed me was I think he took this one a little too far. He came up across some teenagers, right? And he was like, "Hey, would you like to buy a pumpkin for $20?" So, I mean, like whatever. They showed the pumpkin. The
That
pumpkin
must
had a
be an
condom
amazing
sticking out of it.
pumpkin.
He's just
Ew.
seasoning. He's seasoning the pumpkin seed.
$20 for pumpkin though. That shit better come with pumpkin pie on the side.
Yeah.
But there's a condom sticking out of the pumpkin though.
What?
That's meant
That's
for bananas.
crazy.
Those are meant
You
for
had an
bananas.
American
bro.
Pie moment.
American pumpkin, dude. What the fuck?
That sounds
shit
like a
had me
Halloween
bugged
special.
out. It could be. Well, I don't know what kind of special we're talking about, but shit. It blows my mind how far people go to
Especially with
get
the
viral.
secret sauce.
Ooh, Rio, you know about the secret sauce, right?
You're the one that brought it up, so you definitely know.
I didn't bring up the secret sauce. That was drip. I didn't bring that up. Chucho, you said, what's on my FYP? Dude, I don't know what's on my FYP. TikTok has become more mature lately. I've been seeing all types of shit come through. All
Oh,
right,
we
next
got
question.
10.3K. 10.3K.
Yeah,
Let's
and
keep
I'm still
tapping.
on the side. I'm still on the same side, Rio.
Look at that.
10,000.
Cemented to the ground.
Go sit on the banana.
I'm not sitting on a banana. Nah, I don't do that. We don't do
You
that.
gotta take the wrapping of it off first. Take off the skin and sit on the banana. It's smushy on your butt. It's good for your pores. I try to help you out there. He wanted you to sit on a regular banana. I'm over here like, make some banana pudding.
I don't know what's crazier, the fact that you told me to sit on a
wild.
banana or the fact that if I sit on it, it's good for my pores.
And you need to take the peel off the banana.
Oh, I'm sorry. Take the peel off the banana
Actually,
first.
plantain. Plantains are bigger.
Hey.
You would know that.
You never been to a grocery store?
Yo, what is wrong? Plantains are harder too because they're more of a starchy cousin to the banana. So
Yep.
if you really want your nerves touched, then you go ahead and use a plantain, my friend.
Hey,
I'm
Eddie.
not fucking. Yo,
I was just looking at how many likes you got. Remember the night of the election?
oh shit, and that wasn't even like a real episode. So Drip, the night with the election on election night, right from last year, I did a recording of all the results and shit and everything coming in. Yo, we ended up getting no shit. How many likes did we get for
I
that?
think it was like almost 1 million likes or 1 million viewers.
Really?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
swear to God, it wasn't even like it wasn't even, it's the reason why I have so many followers now. Because the night prior to that, we had about 1,800 followers and we jumped up to like a little over 6,500. And it was because we were streaming the election and everybody else was doing this. But we were doing it in the way that we were just like joking around like how we're doing right now. And yo, we were on that bitch for like 4 hours streaming.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like a million viewers at one point.
I think so too. That shit was wild. I was like, that wasn't even like a real episode. But that's what helped put the show out there. And that's how like Mahal and everybody else found me too, because of that stream. So quite a few people found us. Oh, let me get back to the...
Don't talk politics. Look at that.
I don't see... politics and religion are the two topics that always turn into an argument, no matter what. You guarantee somebody... And the reason why is because politics and religion is so opinion-based for a lot of people. But to them, it's like... It's an opinion-based thing, but to them, it's factual. And they stand by their beliefs of politics and religion, and you can't tell them no different. And that is why it always comes into an argument. All right, real quick, next question. When do you think a hairy bush will come back in style?
Where?
This is a question people are asking on here. Is it back? Has it ever
your
left?
hair, your face? Are you talking about your legs? You know,
The
monkey
clam.
legs, like fashion. Like, what are we talking about?
I
Because
think
I know
they're
what we're
talking
talking about, but I'm trying to be generic.
Oh no, they're talking about down there, according to this.
In China,
This
it's
person-
still lit.
I mean, it used to be big in the 70s. Having Bush was in, and then people shaved, and you know.
It's too hot for all that.
That's
I
true.
haven't. I'll be honest, and maybe TMI. I haven't shaved. God knows I'm so. It's just too much work. It's too much work.
That's why you can't even see it. You can't even see it, dude.
TMI, right?
You think my shit look like shrimp in the forest? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
A shrimp lost in the forest. Get the fuck out.
It's a fucking grasshopper in the forest.
Wow.
Hey, Forest again.
People. It's preference. You know, some people like to explore the wilderness, and other people just like the smooth road. However, hey, it's still pussy. It's still dick.
Oh yeah, that's your favorite.
Shut the fuck up, man. Why, man? Why?
Wow, skinless. That
Skinless,
is
you said
terrible.
like a Tootsie Roll in the...
Hey, he ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Whoa.
It's not even one of the jumbo Tootsie Rolls either. It's the little ones.
Oh,
The baby
God.
roll.
Oh my God, yeah, that's the hardest I've laughed. Oh God, what? That's the hardest I laughed on. Okay. All right. Let's mature. Let's grow up for a little bit. Let's grow up.
It's true though. You didn't even deny it.
That ain't my shit though. Not my shit. Oh my God. All right. All right. I'm gonna read the answer to this question. Just gotta get through the show. All right. The question is when they shut the fuck up. Yo, when I listen back at this show, yo, I'm gonna keep rewinding this part, yo, that Skinless, that was the funniest shit I heard, goddamn, all day. My glasses is fogging up.
It's that hot
All right,
ass
let's-
breath.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, next question. Let's go back to the question. Somebody did answer the question. The question was, when do you think a hairy bush will come back in style? Yo, chill. All right. Let's mature up. Let's grow up a little bit. The answer, somebody wrote, they said, it never went out of style. I have never shaved my bush, and I'm 39 years old. Yes, I cleaned up the edges a bit, especially during bathing season. I'm proud of it. I mean, bathing suit season. This Brazilian epidemic is weird and creepy to me. I am a woman, not a little girl, that hasn't reached puberty yet. So every man has loved and respected my bush. It never once prevented me from getting any D that I wanted. God damn. And for men, I laugh and cringe when y'all shave your area. I love hair. It's sexy and very adult. Yeah, I mean, you're an adult, man. You know, the hair has protective properties. You said like a diaper pouch up front. No, chill. Ow. And Drip, you're right. Puss is puss, regardless of how you do it. If you gotta go in there with a machete and do some Jumanji shit, and you gotta sit there and go through all the bushes and shit, hey, there's something. The treasure is there. Sometimes you gotta go through an adventure to get to the treasure. I just hope the treasure is worth it. Because if you go there and it smells like the back of a red lobster, you're in trouble. And Drip, you said you said hair keeps clean from dust and shit. Yeah, hair is supposed to be protective. It's supposed to keep out bacteria. It's actually beneficial than, detrimental. Moving on to the next question, man. I'm gonna read a couple of more questions. I gotta wrap it up because I gotta get ready to go soon. Jesus Christ. Huh?
Where are you going?
I got some errands to run.
Good night.
That was my baby. Good night.
How do you spell errands?
How do you spell errands? ERRAND. Errands.
What?
What you thought I was gonna spell? He said errands. How do you spell errands? Like, how you go run an errand?
ERRANDS. Errands.
I forgot the S. Not
You
errands.
spelled it with an A. What the? That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I did not spell it with an A. I said ERRAND. I just forgot to
I
put
heard
S for errands.
EARIANDS.
It's the accent, and damn well, I know I didn't say it like that. It's probably just my accent. Oh shit, this is crazy.
You told us to spelling bee champ though.
It's fucking Monday.
That's the sad part. It's Tuesday where I'm at, but damn, yeah, it's almost like a fucking round table. It is. Okay, what's funny? I came across a post, and I think I did an episode on struggle meals. What do you eat when you're struggling financially? Is the next question.
I love struggle meals. Oh my god!
I remember one time I had a ketchup sandwich.
I was
made a
gonna
ketchup
say
sandwich?
mayonnaise with some cheese.
I'm not a mayo fan, but I may have had one when I was really young. I mean, hey Anna, what was your struggle meal? And Rio, what was your struggle meal?
Ramen.
Ramen's always top.
Jigs.
Ramen's
Eggs.
Mashed potatoes and eggs, yeah, with some salchichas.
Now, Rio, what did you say? I heard you say some weird shit. What was your struggle meal?
Hot dog in the microwave.
Oh, it didn't explode?
No, it doesn't. You just gotta cook it for like 10 seconds.
What is wrong with you? Like,
They're already cooked.
Okay,
He
What
said
the
bread
fuck?
and
Okay.
ketchup.
No, I actually had bun and cheese.
bun and cheese struggle meal. That's your most struggle
Bread
meal.
and butter.
I'm Jamaican.
Bread
I'm
and butter.
Jamaican.
Bread and butter. Listen,
I'm Jamaican,
bread and butter.
Eddie.
You ain't Jamaican.
Yeah, man.
You Jamaican me mad right now with your stupid shit.
Big ups yourself, man.
This man is a
Wagwan.
Jamaican. Jesus Christ. No, bread and butter, toasted or not toasted, is always the best struggle meal. One of the best struggle meals. I personally think so. I love bread and toast. Who doesn't like toast with butter? Like, you could eat that shit any time of the day with damn near anything.
Yes, with cinnamon and butter too.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
sugar. I meant cinnamon and sugar.
Cinnamon and sugar. Okay, I haven't done the cinnamon and sugar, but I can. I
Cinnamon
might
and
try
sugar
that.
with some butter. Oh yeah, that shit's fire.
Yes.
Then you make almost like your own Texas Roadhouse roll, essentially, right? Because it's basically same thing: bread, butter, cinnamon.
Bread, you scrape the mold off the bread, and then you put some butter and cinnamon and sugar.
Yeah.
White rice with
mold.
everything. Or
That-
anything.
Yo, Skilly said toasted beans. What the fuck?
That's
I
not
know
a bad
you like-
mix. Toast and beans is good.
You know who does toasted beans? The British.
Yes,
The British
that's
and
me.
Yeah, the British and the Irish love beans for breakfast. I don't know why they have an obsession with beans, but one of their delicacies is literally toast with beans, with sausage and an egg. Toast and beans, man.
Sounds good.
It does. It may not be that bad. Shit, we gotta try it.
Patty cocoa bread.
Ooh, cocoa bread. Oh my God, I love cocoa bread, man. There's not a place I know out here that sells this shit either. When I go back to New York, there's a spot right up the block from my mom's house where it's a Jamaican spot. Beef patty and cocoa bread, or a shrimp patty and cocoa bread, or a chicken patty and cocoa bread. Delicious. And yes, Estonians love potatoes. Them motherfuckers had potatoes with everything in Estonia, man. That shit blew my mind. If there was anybody that could chef up a potatoes
Mashed
and make
potatoes?
no, it was either mashed, cut, cubed, grilled, boiled, baked, sautéed, not sautéed, raw. They made everything we were out there. We had potatoes. We had potatoes with
everything.
everything.
Potatoes is really good. It's like eating steak. It's a protein and stuff.
Potatoes is a very universal food. It goes with damn near everything. Every single protein you can have a potato with, fish, any seafood. Potatoes go well with damn near everything. But man, these people made potatoes drip like that shit was going out of style. Like they had all of the world's supply of potatoes and they could never run out. That's all we fucking had. It shit blew my mind. But it was good though. Oh yeah, they had and they served us one time for breakfast. That was true. They served us potatoes with chicken nuggets for breakfast. I ate it. I still fucking ate it. I ate it.
Remember in Greece they fed us fucking olives and feta cheese?
Oh yeah, the Greeks, man, and with bread. They love bread.
Yeah.
They had a roll for every fucking meal. They love bread. All right, here's another question. Who is the most ridiculously good looking person you've ever met in your entire life? Who is the most good looking person you met in your entire life?
Me? I know I am for
I'm
you.
gonna say myself.
Yeah.
Everybody says themselves. I guess, that is confidence. I love it. I was not expecting that answer. I thought you guys were like, yeah, well, I met this guy at a Starbucks and he looked like an Arabian Jesus or some shit like that. Everybody just said themselves. And Skilly just said some girl named Amber. There's a lot of fucking Ambers, dude.
Also, why does her name have to be Amber?
I know
and
why.
I guess when it comes down to beauty, it has to do with how you see it, in the eye of the beholder, because some people have different looks. Some people think cute is beautiful. Some people think fat is beautiful. Some people think, it just depends.
Oh, yeah.
My brother got a
Beauty
thing with
comes in
braces
all-
and glasses. Like,
Comes in all shapes and sizes, beauty. And like you said, it's in the eye of the beholder. It's how you see it. Other people may not understand it.
I have an
Some people
obsession
believe.
with Robert Pattinson. I love his crooked teeth. I got an obsession with Eminem. His long, scrawny nose, blue eyes, and blonde hair. They got me. So it depends. Also,
All right, do you prefer
Yeah, he
Eminem
kind of
with the
looked like
beard
a
or
black
without the beard?
Marshall Mathers.
Get the fuck out of here. Yo, chill out. All right,
Little
Drip,
bit.
I know you're a big Eminem fan. Now, do you prefer Eminem with the beard or without the beard?
I wish he was a twin because he looked good with both.
See, I like the no beard Eminem. I thought
Yeah,
back in the
when
day,
he was still fun.
yeah, when he was like Marshall Mathers and
I like
he was
Eminem
more-
on pills.
Yeah, I like Eminem. Eminem on drugs is better.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
I like-
Eminem is so just blah. Like he's like, I'm discovering myself, and it's just too much. He needs to get on mushrooms or something.
He's like 50 years old now.
So
He still looks good for his age, though. Like, he doesn't even look like he's at 50. And Skillers, you said Marcus Mathers. Is that supposed to be me? Marcus Mathers? Oh, my God. And then you said beauty is on the inside. It's just what ugly people say. That's what Jim Carrey said in Liar, Liar. How do I know that? Because I've
it's
seen the
true.
movie.
That's the best movie. That's my number one favorite of all time movie.
Oh, that's an episode coming up. Best and worst Jim Carrey movies, because where he did some of his best, he did some pretty bad movies too. But that's coming up at a scheduled date at some point soon. All right, let me see. I'll probably
And
make
by
like two
the way,
more questions.
skinless, that's the point of being a sapiosexual. So when you fall in love with somebody's mental and their soul.
Sapiosexual?
Yeah.
Okay, Google time, because I've heard of this. I've heard of sapiosexuals. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up real quick. My browser history is crazy. Hold on. Hold on, give me a second. Sapiosexuals. All right, sapiosexuals is people who find intelligence sexy.
Yep.
People don't look at that. People like to look at the physicality of people, but they never look at the mental,
Smart is
which
sexy.
is crazy. Smart is sexy. To some people, dumb is sexy. Eye of the
No.
beholder, I guess.
I don't think it's dumb. I think it's the point of being ditzy. Because
People
like
find
Ashton
ditzy to be
Kutcher, like
cute.
you were saying about the comedy thing, Ashton Kutcher plays a dumb comedian and he plays dumb in most of his movies, but he's a really smart and then, like when he speaks, he's smart. He went to school.
Yeah,
he's really a good dude, but he plays a ditz, and that's what makes him sexier. It's like, oh my god, Bibbo status.
because everybody loves the whole Mimbo thing about Ashton Kutcher. You know, dude, where's my car? That '70s show, and then whatever else he played in, and
Yeah,
women
if he
love
played
that.
a dork, it would be a whole different Ashton.
Yeah, absolutely.
He said,
All
I
right,
used to think pansexuals had a weird thing for cooking. Skinless, that is so funny.
you are so original. Pansexual. No, people thought that shit for real. Like, I'm not having no sex with no pan.
With a
I gotta
pan?
cook with that shit. With a
Oh, they
pan,
like
like a
silverware.
frying pan.
Oh.
Yeah, people
You're gonna
like that.
tenderize your meat with a pan.
Oh.
Yeah, for you, Rio. I'll do it for you. Hey, moving on to the
Got him
next
to
question.
turn, Rio.
Hold on. Hold on. Let's move on to another question because I got to start winding this show down because I got to get out of here. I'll do like 2 more questions and I'm like done.
I have a question. It's a really
what you
good
got?
question.
you
My
got?
question was something that I read. If dinosaurs flattened the earth, right? And the earth is supposed to be flat. So that means that the other side of the earth, what if when we're digging into the earth and we find all the dinosaur skeletons, we're digging up their buried relatives? Because what if they're on the other side of the earth?
That's a good question.
The earth is
I'm
flat.
gonna get digging right now. Do you believe the Earth is flat? There are people out there that believes the Earth is flat. There's
Hell no.
curvature. It's
It's not
curvature. You can
flat
see that
because
shit
of
when
all
you
the
fly.
oceans and mountains. How is it flat?
Tell that to them. But as far as digging up the dinosaurs, shit, I don't know. You'd be surprised what's under there. There's all types of shit under there. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
if
don't
they made the
know.
earth flat and the earth is supposedly flat, when we dig, we're digging up their ancestors that they buried mad long ago. Just like if they were to dig into the ground like a hole, like a dog, they would find our skeletons talking about these people lived forever ago. Nope, you're just finding our 6 feet to 12 feet under people.
Yeah, but dinosaurs more like miles under and shit like that. They're not even like 6 feet. Can you imagine finding dinosaur skeletons and bones 6 feet deep? That would be wild. And Anna, it is 10:42 in the morning over here. And Skinless, you said, well, based off the bones, we know that they indeed took 10 days to digest their food. My friend, you've watched Jurassic Park way too much. Did you get how do you know that?
10 days?
10
At
days.
least he pays attention. Well, Skinless, I got a question. What do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
Ooh.
A
This is a
lesbian
little-
Rex.
The
I hope we don't get
Nicotoro-
canceled. What do you what is it called?
A lickalotopus. Jaw dropped. Get the
We've been good so far. We haven't been
LOL.
I think we've been getting
You wanna be
away with a
canceled?
lot of shit on the show.
You wanna be
We've been
canceled?
No, get the fuck out of here. No, you got us canceled a couple of times. Do not. I don't know. I don't think they've been doing a lot of community guidelines restrictions. I know I got a notice
Because they're
a few
doing a
weeks
reset
ago.
coming up on the 13th.
Yes, they are. That's what I was just about to get at. I think we all got the notification for that. I think TikTok is about to get really raunchy because I was having this conversation with my dad, and we were talking about like the president. We were talking about TikTok and how the White House has a TikTok page now. And I said to myself, because TikTok has already been bought, it is literally in Americans' hands right now. We just don't know it. They haven't announced it. And think about it like this, guys. If TikTok was really going away.
Back in the day.
Think about it. If TikTok was really going away, why the hell the White House has a page on TikTok? An official White House page?
They got a Facebook, and Facebook will shut down for a little while.
Yeah, but see, White House, it goes to show TikTok's not going nowhere. Not to mention the president keeps pushing the dates for TikTok further and further. It's
He's
not
trying to
going
get
anywhere.
unbanned.
I just want to see where TikTok is going to go after the 13th with these new community guidelines. Maybe you might be able to say the N word on the show. I've seen videos where they were just nothing but N words, and I'm like, yo, I'm surprised this video is up and getting all the attention. And Anna, you said you've never heard that one. Oh, you talking about the Pussosaurus? I never heard that one, and I'm a dark humorist. I've never heard that one. That's why it just kind of put me at a shock. And Chucho, I'm just reading back at some shit you said. I wonder how many ancestors were put in our fuel tanks. Quite a bit. You know, I heard all of the fuel and oil we get from underground isn't all necessarily from dinosaurs. It's a collective of so many different species during that time that has passed.
Wait a minute. I know I'm sounding really, really, really slow for asking this, but are you saying that the fossil fuels are actual dinosaur fossils? They're not just like
Not
old
all of
blocks that are compounded?
Let's find out. Let's go to Google. All right, because I've read somewhere, because for years we grew up in school hearing, oh, gas and fuel comes from dinosaur fossils. But I found out some time ago that's not necessarily the case.
Not true.
But let's see. Where does fossil fuels come from? And let's see. Where does fossil fuel
I
come
thought it
from?
was
So
just
according,
based off of old carbon.
oh, it's a lot of shit. So according to this, fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas formed over millions of years from the remains of
Compressed
ancient
rock.
plants and animals that were buried under layers of rock and sediment. The immense heat and pressure from the Earth's crust then decomposed these organic materials, transforming them into these carbon-rich energy sources. Coal originates primarily from plants, while oil and natural gas come from marine organisms and plants like plankton. But not necessarily dinosaurs. It's just a mix of a bunch of shit. Compressed rocks. Hey, as long as it get me to work every day, I'm cool with that. Just knowing that there was a plankton that died for me to get to work.
Oh my gosh. He said plankton from SpongeBob. That's as long as plankton was there.
Plankton, yeah, he is he's a fossil fuel of sorts. He can be. But then that's a lot of fossil fuel.
And that
All right,
means
I'll read one
maybe
more.
our ancestors are in the fuels, just like this one had asked. Maybe how
That'd
many
be
of
crazy.
them we put in? Yeah, it's probably from the buried over time. Because
Yeah, that means my
if we've been
great-
burying 6 feet now, how many times have they buried on top?
quite a bit. I know there's people that have plots on top of each other. That much I do know. That means my grandmother could possibly get me to work every day.
Way too many people that have died for them to be not as many cemeteries. There's like 30,000 feet down of people buried.
But that brings the question, right? If these old ancient fossils can break down into a carbon energy source, can human remains do the same thing? And can human remains help with renewable fossil fuels?
Are you
That is a
about
really
to
good question.
volunteer another science experiment like Hitler real quick and put people into combustion chambers and see what happens?
That's wild. Absolutely not. I was not even going to go there. Your mind,
He said,
your
I
mind
wonder
is.
if their bodies can make the same kind of fuel. No, we can't.
We don't know that. We haven't been around that long to fossilize to that point. But you know what? Your humor is dark as mine. I swear to God. All right, I'm gonna read
Your
one more
skin ain't,
question
though.
and I'm done. What's that? My skin? Oh God, this guy. All right, you said you want me to film my flying saucer with people's dead relatives. If there's enough space, sure. Man, what the hell are you talking about, Skinless? You be asking some weird shit too.
He said the
All right,
Negrosaurus Rex had a diet mainly of fruits and berries and lived in low-income forests. Felt that.
That sounds like a Rio joke if I ever heard one.
That was skinless.
Of course he would. Of course he would. I'm telling you, this is why we got the right team for the show. Anna is just kind of just sitting there like, what the fuck?
Oh, I'm listening.
I know you are. I know you are. Anna's the collective one. She'll be the one that'll sit there and just, I don't know if she's shaking her head, laughing in
She's our
silence,
mimic,
crying
right?
in silence. Because Anna's she's been through the worst of this show. I mean, she'll tell you right off the bat, this show, we've gotten cut
Self-medicating.
off. It is self-medicating. This show has gotten canceled. Like, our live been cut off, I think, 5 times.
say that to you. Didn't I tell it
I
to you
love
that
this
this is
show.
like therapy?
It is. I feel like it is. I love, like, one of the highlights of my day coming home from work is seeing my wife and getting on the show whenever I do a show. To me, this is perfect. I should have done this shit a long time ago. I really should have, but better late than never.
Yep.
And then one last question, folks, and we are done. Do men owe women anything?
No.
I guess not. I don't know. I think we both owe each other something. We both owe each other something.
Equal
But that's the
partnership.
question.
That's a weird ass question. Are you talking
It
about
is.
like what do kids owe their mothers? Like what does the son have to go to his mother? Because without the women we wouldn't have been birthed. You see what I mean? You got to be into the question in detail. Who answered it?
Okay, hold on. So, Anna, hey, we'll check you out next episode. Anna, thanks for stopping by and joining us for the madness. And Drip, it's just a general question I was asked, right? But there are answers to this question. And again, do men owe women anything? And I'm going to read this one answer. I'm just going to read the top answer that somebody gave, right? This person said, that's a deceptive question. On paper, nobody owes anything to any gender. But if I say I won't react when somebody attacks or does something to a girl, many will get mad. I don't owe her anything and definitely don't have to risk my health or life, but I'm expected to because I'm a man. Despite not owing anything, I'd be shamed into oblivion for ignoring a girl in danger because it's a man's duty to do so. But why would I be punished for not helping despite not owing anything? If I'm obligated to do so, how is it different? So
That's
I mean,
why I asked. That's why I said like 'cause women birth men, so that's what I'm saying. Is it that they owe them life?
right? But it takes two to tango. So I mean, women birth men, but men had to implant the seed for that to happen. Like I said, this is why I say no one side really owes anything to anybody. And yeah, he's right. You shouldn't have to feel obligated to help a woman out if you don't owe her anything. But it's the right thing to do, right? To help anybody out, regardless of whatever, man, women, doesn't matter. But
But your
personally, to
chest,
me,
so he said, I only owe my mama, and that's what I just stated.
straight facts. I mean, without her, you wouldn't be here. That's why I never understand people that disrespect their mothers, man. For what? I mean, it's one thing if she is doing you wrong, but if she's not doing you wrong and she's providing food, shelter, clothes, a roof, and you sitting there disrespecting her, you owe her a lot more than that shit for sure. Absolutely. And for people who have moms, because people like me don't, that's a page to take out of a rhyme book for sure. Like, you owe her, even though you didn't ask to be here, which is true, but you owe her at least that much. And before we wrap this up, of course, I like to give my shout outs, of course. And yeah, Skinless, you and I are on the same page. You know very well. And you wish that, probably thinking about it now, you're like, man, I could owe her so much more. And, things that I should have said for her, should have done for her. And, that's why you live for the moment. You live in the moment while you can with the people while they're here. And that's going forward. All right. Anyway, everybody, we're wrapping the show up. I want to thank all of four. This rarely happens. Four of my executive producers and co-hosts. Shout out to Drip Too Hard, our newest co-host, Rio 8585, executive producer co-host, Skinless Chicken Nugget, executive producer co-host, and Anna, co-host. Thank you, all of you, for joining the show. Of course, Chucho, Mahal. I didn't forget about you, Mahal. I seen you up in the chat. Dragoon, you were on the show earlier. I do appreciate it. Chucho, keep doing what you're doing, man. You're extremely unique and a perfect addition to the show. And everybody else that kind of skimmed on by, thank you so much, and helping also to push the show to 13,000 likes. But it's my time to go. I got to go do some things. I got to eat. And the next show will be on Thursday on 9/11. Again, that show is basically just going to be titled, Where Were You on 9/11? We all tell our stories about 9/11. We're not going to talk about Bush. I mean, he probably might be mentioned. But where were you on 9/11 when it happened? We're going to try to get stories from other people outside of the show, too. We can invite people on, tell us their 9/11 stories. And, of course, I will tell you my story as well. All right? I still remember it vividly. Skinless, you said that you were George Bush on 9/11. I wouldn't say that out loud. But anyway.
Okay. Yeah, no. I was about to say
Oh, man, this was a funny-ass show, man. This shit
I
had me in
say
stitches.
stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated.
I will, and I need water because I talk too damn much on this show, but I love it. I just love when everybody talks, take a turn to talk. Everybody is just speaking their mind because that's what the show is about, man. We got to get the show places. Have a good one, everybody. I will see you guys Thursday morning, my Thursday night, and we will go from there. Later, everyone. Have a good one. Peace out.
Have a great one. Bye-bye.
All right, you too.